Show. I'm Nick Sorrell, and this is the Coach's Corner. We're here with Oilers pitching coach Chris Jimenez. Chris, some close games against the Bucks last week just didn't quite go our way. How's the team responded the last few days off, and what have you guys been focusing on?
I think the team's got a nice reset. I think last 5 games against the Bucks, our pitching did pretty well for the most part, but we had some of those blow-up innings that kind of just costed us the game in the long run. Yeah.
So the game on Saturday was played under protest. Now, we've heard some about it since then, but what can you tell me about it in your own words?
Yeah, just umpires were squeezing us a little bit. Our pitcher didn't really like that, I guess you could say, into simpler terms, and he kind of let his emotions get the best of him. So we ended up playing under protest, but Drew Dixon kind of just came right off the bullpen and gave us a really solid 4 or 5 innings.
Pitched really well. And then also the game started almost on time, correct? Maybe just a couple minutes late, and then the game was not allowed to, Sam, the starter, was not allowed to start the game or get his warm-ups, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay. So who's on the mound for us tonight?
We got Arnaud Molamekic. So he's big, tall left-hander. He's been doing really, really well for us. Just hoping he could continue to extend and lengthen his outings. We are down a little bit on guys getting injured, and that's baseball. But some of the guys out of the pen, our starters especially, need to step up a little bit, and we're hoping for that.
Arnaud started a game last week against the Bucks, which they won. Against the Bucks, which they won 5-1. The Oilers did. It was a great game. Oilers looking to rebound from some close defeats to the Anchorage Bucks, taking on the Monarchs tonight. Coach, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
You're listening to Oilers Baseball. We'll be back in 90 seconds for the rest of the Sweeney's pregame show on ESPN 1140, 96.9, and RadioKenai.com.
Hey everyone, Evan with Steam on Wheels here. Are you an experienced heavy equipment mechanic? Steam on Wheels is looking for a skilled mechanic with at least 5 years of experience to join our team. We offer a competitive salary that depends on your level of experience. Apply today at Steam on Wheels and join our team of professionals who are dedicated to excellence. Don't miss this opportunity.
The next thing is a look around the league.
To schedule an interview, and let's get started. Give us a call today at 907-252-2335. Steam on Wheels.
Are you tired of your car sounding like a flock of honking geese? Worry no more, because Dan's Automotive is here to save the day. Located on the Sterling Highway right next to Napa Auto Parts, Dan's Automotive is your one-stop shop for all things car-related. Whether you need a tune-up, an oil change, or a friendly chat about your engine's dreams and aspirations, Dan's Automotive has got you covered. Their phone number is as easy to remember as a clown riding a unicycle while juggling rubber chickens. Just call 907-420-0416.
We're talking baseball, Klazuski and Vanilla.
With the latest scores, standings, and news from around the Alaska League, let's take a look around the league. Brought to you by SLP Alaska on ESPN 1140.
I'm talking baseball.
Welcome back to the Oilers pregame show. Time for now a look around the league, brought to you by SLP Professional Safety Services. They offer on-site consultations, project safety support, training, drug and alcohol testing, program development, and now safety clothing, including FRCs. SLP Alaska. Find out more at slpalaska.com or give them a call at 907-202-3274. That's 202-3274. Well, looking at the red-hot Anchorage Bucks. Oh, man. They left here winning 4 out of 5, although the Oilers won one of those, and the 3 of the 4 other losses were by one slender run, games the Oilers could have, and you might even say should have won. In any case, the Matsu Miners last Sunday defeated the Lake Erie Monarchs in a non-conference game, 7-4. Then the Miners defeated the Glacier Pilots 8-5 on Monday. The Bucks continued their winning ways, but with a 9-5 win over the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. And they kept at it by beating the Miners 8-3 up in the Matsu ball yard on Tuesday. All right, and the Pilots defeated the Eagle River Chinooks yesterday 11-0. to look at the standings then of the Alaska Baseball League. The Anchorage Bucks have won 8 out of their last 10, 6 in a row. They're 12-7 with a 632 percentile, but they have played 19 games. That's 4 more than the Oilers, and that is not an unimportant statistic. The Pilots are in second place. They're 9-6, 1 game behind, and they've won 5 out of their last 5. 5 out of the last 10, excuse me. Matsu Miners are 8-8 and 2.5 games off the pace. They've won 4 out of their last 10. The Chinooks are 6-9, having lost 3 in a row, and are 5 out of their last 10. And the Oilers are 5-10, 5 games off the pace, having lost 4 in a row, and they've won 3 out of their last 10. If you want to take a look at the leaders in the ABL, we do have one. Well, we'll have to see what the story is now. The batting leaders, Jackson of the Pilots is batting .419. I don't know how that squares with the Oilers, Nick Castillo's .414. Home runs, there's a couple of Bucks, Turgeon and Lacey with 2 homers, and a whole bunch of other people with just 1. RBI, Sorensen of the Bucks now has 14. Barraza of the Pilots 13, and our 150 shortstop, Mike Elko, has got 12 RBIs for the shortstops. In wins, there's a whole bunch of players with 2 wins. Strikeout leader is Sarhat of the Bucks with 21, Throneberry of the Oilers with 20. In the ERA department, the Bucks have Sarhat at 0.56, but Correa of the Oilers 1.15, and Gonzalez of the Oilers with a 1.65 ERA. That is a look around the league as we are. Nick, what do you think about this? These standings and these Bucks? I think, we showed they can be beaten, but you got to come up with the clutch hits.
They really can. The thing with the Bucks is they have a couple guys, in particular Sorensen and then Cade Lacey, who are threats in the batter's box every single time. You have to manage those guys carefully, but if you can be consistent with your defense and put runners on base, they're a beatable team. I mean, the Oilers were right there every single exception of that last one, which was played under protest.
All right. Yes, well said. Okay, so you're listening to the Sweeney's pregame show, and when we come back, we're going to have Around the Horn with the starting lineups, brought to you by Genoir Towing and Recovery. All right, it's cloudy, but it's not raining, and we're ready. We're just 5 or 6 minutes away from the first pitch. This is Oilers Baseball on ESPN 96.9 FM. 1140 AM and Radio Kenai. You got the pronunciations okay?
Industrial containers, great for those remodeling
So
projects.
interesting thing to note here.
9390
If you
to
go
get
and you look at
your hometown
here's
hauler.
the Monarchs roster right here on my screen
Call
over
now
here.
to get put on the route. 283-9390.
Most of these guys do not appear on their roster.
Go to
But over here,
for an exceptional
on Point
trailer.
Street,
They have an exciting
a
announcement.
lot of the
for-
guys that
Get
are
ready
on
for
their
their
roster
biggest
here have
sale
an
of
X
the year.
next
They're
to the
offering
name. I wonder, do we know what that denotes?
Trailers suited for
Varsity, junior varsity.
beauty truck beds,
Probably.
enclosed trailers, utility trailers, tilts trailers, car haulers, or more. Alaska Trailer has it all. The best part? Their prices are well below manufacturer's suggested retail price, and they are clearing out inventory. So they must go. Alaska Trailer on K Beach Road.
Looking for a dentist that will ensure your dental health? Welcome Dr. David Richburg to Ridgeway Family Dentistry as their new full-time dentist. Ridgeway has the latest technology to make your appointments a breeze with their new iTero scanner, and now offering in-house scans for crowns, bridges, Invisalign, and more, making your appointments and turnaround time significantly
Don't do the batting
shorter.
stats.
Thinking about a wider smile for summer?
Just
Call
announce
Ridgeway
their name
today to ask
and
about their
position.
teeth whitening special. Ridgeway Family Dentistry, located on the Spur Highway in Soldotna, 907-262-8404.
Double your money, double your fun, double your chin. Wait, what? Nothing like staring at a screen all day to accentuate that little extra something under there. But don't dismay. At Peninsula Surgery and Aesthetics, Dr. Alvarez can perform a quick, nearly painless office procedure which will permanently remove that stubborn fat under your chin. Consultations are complimentary. Call 907-235-1010.
That's my friend Felix Martinez.
Get back that
Oh,
nice
I said
sleek
Frank.
flat.
Yeah,
One chin really
I don't know
is.
why he told me.
I know them
Felix.
both. They're locals.
Yeah, they are.
Live in a small town where feels like home. I got everything I need.
Welcome back. It's time for the Sweeney's pregame show. Starting lineups brought to you by Genoir Towing. Give them a call at 394-6068. 394-6068. The place to go when you need a tow is Genoir. And now with the starting lineup of the Lake Erie Monarchs, here's Nick Sorrell.
Batting first and playing center field, Jake Dresselhaus. Second in the order and playing second base, Cade Vinson. Third in the lineup at shortstop, Cooper Vance. And in the 4 spot, catching, Zach Salinas. Playing left field and batting fifth, TJ Kayla. Playing right field, batting sixth, Silas Butler. Batting seventh overall in the DH spot, JJ Arbini. Eighth in the lineup, playing first base, Avery Thielman. And in the 9th spot at third base is Tony Hatzigiorgio. And head coach for the Monarchs, Kelton Caldwell. Assistant coach, Adam Castillo. And the starting pitcher for them tonight is Robert Clan.
For the Oilers, Owen McElpatrick will lead off. He's number 3. Batting second will be number 2, Drew B. Pinkston. He'll play left field. By the way, back up, McElpatrick will be playing right field, Pinkston left field. Batting third is number 15, Ben Griffin. He'll catch. Cleanup belongs to number 26, Nick Castillo. He'll be playing center field. Batting fifth is number 17, Theo Forche at third base. Batting sixth is number 12, Michael Elko at shortstop. Batting in the 7th hole is number 27, Ryson Ujimari. He'll be playing second base. Number 10 is batting 8th. That's Ben Grimm. He'll be playing first base. Batting 9th is number 18, Bren Wilkinson, the DH. And Mulamakic is going to be pitching for the Oilers. He's 1-0 with a 2.46 ERA. He's pitched 11 innings, struck out 9, and walked 12, something that I'm sure he will want to trim down. We got a few minutes here before the national anthem, Nick. And let's see. The Lake Erie Monarchs are in white with green trims. Really nice, rich green leggings with some black trim on the leggings as well. And the Oilers themselves are in white uniforms and red trim.
You know, I got to say, Bob, I am excited to watch Arnaud Mulamakic on the mound again tonight. Last time out looked very, very solid despite the little bit of a difficult start. Had several walks, but we talked about that last time. And,
well, I forgot to mention they didn't dirty the baseballs.
Yep.
So, yeah. So they're announcing the Lake Erie Monarchs right now. The Oilers have a right-hander warming up in the bullpen. I don't think. I'm not sure. Mulamakic is a right-handed pitcher. I've forgotten.
I believe he is a lefty, but let me double-check that.
Yeah. So in the bullpen right now is a right-hander, number 7 for the Oilers. And for what reason he's warming up, it's probably he's going to be our first guy out if Mulamakic needs some help. We're playing a 9-inning game. It is, in fact, a non-conference game, and the Monarchs will be here. Last night's game will not be made up. But we are online to play them several times here in this homestand.
Yeah, I'm eager to see what Michigan brings us tonight for baseball. It'll be an entertaining game. We got a couple guys that I'm eager to see get back into the box. Nick Castillo with that .414 average. It's going to be great to see him continue to just pepper the field with line drives as he has been.
Okay, you're listening to the Sweeney's pregame show. And we're going to take a break. The Oilers are taking the field right now, and we'll take a 2.5-minute break for the national anthem. This is Oilers baseball on ESPN 1140 and 96.9 FM.
One of the questions I get asked most frequently by people is, I don't want to sue anybody. Awesome. I don't want to go to court. I don't want to have a deposition. They don't want to have their business be made public.
Did you ask me a question, Caleb?
He said it was a good pregame.
If you have a case, a personal injury case, or a car accident case, that you will end up in court. Most of those are without ever.
All right. If it's a short national anthem, I'll let you know, okay?
With insurance adjusters who are trying to prevent.
For right now, make this a 2-minute break at least. So.
Can do.
Fuel prices, food prices, rent, utilities, and your blood pressure. They're all up. Iowa Express is holding prices right where they are. Let me say it again. Eyewear Express, our price is firm. And Eyewear Express will continue to offer you a second pair free when you purchase a complete. Get a second pair of single vision glasses for free. Eyewear Express, located in the Peninsula Center Mall, Soldotna, 260-9199.
Do you have visitors in town fishing or just relaxing on the Kenai? If so, plan to bring them to Kobuk Valley Jade Company to meet their friendly staff who can explain how jade is Alaska's gemstone. They also have a nice selection of unique souvenirs if your guests need some Alaskan memorabilia before they head back home. If you stop by on a Friday or Saturday, check out their garage sale outside, weather permitting, on the garage sale side of the store. Kobuk Valley Jade Company at 41735 Sterling Highway, open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
One more segment, Caleb. That's all we need.
Come here in search of answers. They come here for healing. They come here to regain their quality of life. Here, we have world-class medical experts who provide extraordinary care and amazing results. Here is Central Peninsula Hospital, where we make discoveries and you're restored to health. Central Peninsula Hospital. What we have here is amazing. CPH. Compassionate, personalized healing.
Well, it's time to play baseball. Bob Bird and Nick Sorrell here at Oilers Park, Coral Seymour Memorial Park, home of the Oilers. And we're ready to go as the national anthem is in the books. And Mulamakic, a left-hander, and 6'6", if I recall. And let's hopefully they got the balls dirty today.
Yeah, that was when he came out against the Bucks in that first game. I believe it was last Friday, or the Friday before.
8 straight balls.
Yes, and he walked in a run. He walked the bases loaded and walked in a run in that first inning. 4 total walks. And then he turns around, and I believe he finishes the game with, 8 strikeouts? 7 or 8 strikeouts. Just looked dominant after that first inning, and we couldn't figure out what it was. And then we got some questions asked. Turns out he was pitching with baseballs that hadn't been rubbed up.
All right, so a lot goes on that we cannot tell from here behind our plexiglass window. But we do have a field mic. All right, so for the Monarchs, they will, of course, send the 1, 2, and 3 to the plate. Jake Dresselhaus will lead things off. He's a .233 hitter with no home runs, 4 RBIs. As we have 2 homegrown umpires here. I know them well. Al Hull and I have umpired many a Legion and high school game together. And he'll be behind the plate. And Felix Martinez, who, like me, is a hockey coach by trade and loves his baseball. And he'll be doing the bases. So it's a 2-man system. I wish I was umping, but no, I'm very glad to be on the mic. My umping days, I fear, are over. I've had a lot of requests to do Little League, and both Kenai and Soldotna, I would love to do it, but between the Oilers broadcast, my radio show, and then my rapidly advancing old age, why, no. All right. Jake Dresselhaus, the center fielder, bats from the right-hand side, stepping into the batter's box as we're ready to go here at 6:04.
Dresselhaus, that just sounds like a hitter's name to me. I don't know why.
Sounds like a German name to me. All right, here's the first pitch of the ball game, and it's a strike on the inside corner, and that's where they should be. Forche, Elko, Ujimori, and Grimm as the infield for the Oilers, third to first, with Pinkston, Castillo, and McElpatrick, the outfield left, center, and right. Swing and a miss as he looked to me like a low pitch, and he went for it, and it's 0-2. The big left-hander delivers. Swing and a miss on 3 pitches. Came in high heat. Very tempting to lay off, and he's the goner. Dresselhaus strikes out to start the game for the Monarchs.
Yeah, not a great prediction there on my part. The Dresselhaus maybe not so much of a hitter's name.
Well, it depends. He gets 3 or 4 at bats. Here's the next batter. He'll take it low. It's Cale Vincent, number 10, playing second base, batting .471 with no home runs and 1 RBI. The pitch misses inside, and it's 2-0. Green grass. I don't know if they've mowed it recently. Here's the pitch, and he'll take a strike. I think he figures he went. Oh, it's a tip, foul tip. Something we could not pick up, and it's 2-1. The next pitch, swing and a miss, and it's 2-2. There you go, a foul tip, which you can't hear, and the umpire indicates it by brushing his right hand against his left. 2-2. Line drives, left field, going to drop for a hit, no doubt about it. And it's the first hit of the ball game for Cale Vincent.
Yeah, I don't know that I would call that a bloop single into left field there, but not the hardest line drive we've seen so far this season. Just kind of a soft little looper over into left field there.
Cooper Vance is batting third. The shortstop is possessing a .292 average, 1 home run, and 4 RBIs. Runner on first base facing a lefty. Here's a swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. It was a 2-2 count on Cale Vincent. And whatever you want to say about that line drive, there was no question it was a hit. Next pitch is inside, 1-1. Ball 1, strike 1, runner on first base, now edging off. Standard, now he's got a little bit bigger lead than normal. There's a line drive to left field again. That's going to drop in. And the Monarchs earned their way with 2 runners and 2 hits here early in the first.
Yeah, just working a couple singles here to get guys on and get to work. Let's see how Mulemekic can respond now that he's got some runners on behind him and how he approaches the batters.
Zach Salinas, number 26, is the catcher, batting .286. He'll go at it from the left-hander's batter's box. No home runs, 5 RBIs. He's a big guy in the cleanup spot for a reason. Lefty on lefty matchup here. The first pitch is a breaking pitch, and it's in there. It looks like a slider, and it's strike 1. Zach Salinas. Very large catcher. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul ball brought to you by Walden Brothers. They can customize just about anything in clothing, such as T-shirts and crops and tanks. 394-5510. Walden Brothers, 394-5510. 0-2 the count. Let's see if he throws him something that'll break. Or off speed. Checks the runner on second twice. The pitch, and it's low and away. Gets behind the catcher. And I think that's a passed ball.
Yeah, that's definitely passed ball. Catcher, that 5-hole, you cannot let a ball sneak through you right there, especially when you're familiar with your pitcher.
You can check on the point streaks anytime you want to. But no matter what the official score says, we're always right here.
That's right.
Runners on second and third now, as only 1 out and 2 players in scoring position. Back-to-back singles and a passed ball. 0-2 is the count now to Salinas. There's the stretch. And the pitch. And it's a fly ball left field, and slipping is Pinkston. And 1 run's going to score, and that's it. They'll cut it off. And again, they are taking advantage of drives to left field. Pinkston slipped. That's not the first time that's happened in this wet grass, and it's 1-0 Monarchs.
Number 19, well, you know, and Drewby got he hesitated for a moment there off the bat getting a read. I wonder if he lost it, maybe looking up over the top of the stands in the clouds or something, but that hesitation cost him.
There wasn't much hang time, and the 5th batter is T.J. Kayla, and he takes high for ball 1. 3 consecutive singles, and a passed ball has blossomed into a run. The left fielder, Kayla, is batting .300 with 3 RBIs. Bats from the right-hand side, and the pitch. Swing and a miss. That was a changeup, and it's 1-1. Now, Mulemekic has gotten ahead on every single batter. And yet he's given up 3 hits. Here's the 1-1 in the dirt, and this time Grimm smothers that one and keeps the runner glued to first base. Ball 2, strike 1 now. And the stretch by Mulemekic. And the pitch. Fly ball, right field's going to curve into foul territory. They won't get there in time. It lands in the warning track right by the Oiler bullpen, and it's 2-2.
Yeah, that's definitely not territory where you're going to try and lay out and grab that one. Maybe in some parks where they have padded walls, but that's fencing with wooden railing right around it.
Ball 2, strike 2. Of course, you know what the standard operating procedure is, as we'll discuss it in a minute. Here's the 2-2 pitch, fouled right back, and that is you slide feet first in, and you slide and try to make the catch as you slide into the fencing.
Right. And also you want to be careful because a caught ball in foul territory can allow that runner to tag and score.
Ball 2, strike 2 to TJ Kayla, and a 1-0 lead for the Monarchs early on in the first inning. Here's the pitch. Again, it's fouled back, and a good at bat right now by Kayla.
Yeah, Monarchs not being fooled at all by Milamekic's stuff tonight. They're getting at least a piece of everything.
Ball 2, strike 2. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to third baseman. It's a base hit right under his glove, and it's a 2-0. 4 hits in a row, 4 singles in a row as the Monarchs are pecking the Oilers to death right now.
Yeah, this is a little dink and dunk kind of work here, you know, and every single hit right over there into left field. Righty, lefty, didn't matter.
Silas Butler is the batter, right fielder, batting .324 with 1 RBI. Bats from the right-hand side. Infield fly rule in effect. The pitch is low and inside, and it's ball 1.
Yeah, Monarchs not even really trying to looking dangerous, or at least attempting to steal bases when they had runners on the corners there either.
Ball 1, the count. Here's the pitch by Milamecic. Swing and a miss. He looked real good polishing off Jake Dresselhaus in a 3-pitch strikeout, and that from that point on, 4 straight singles have given the Monarchs an early 2-0 lead here in the first inning. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Deep fly ball, center field. It's going to go over the head. It's going to the wall. 1 run's going to score, probably 2. They're going to send it home. There's going to be a play. No. There will not be, but a double has driven in 2 runs by Silas Butler, and the Monarchs lead here 4-0.
Yeah, not the start the Oilers were looking for tonight, especially Arnaud after his last start, coming out looking solid. Let's see what he can get tonight and how he can bounce back from this.
4 singles and a double, and that one was a bomb just to the right of straightaway center and hit the warning track. And the batter now is J.J. Arbini, and it's way outside for ball 1. Runners on second and third. There's still only 1 out. Arbini bats from the right-hand side. He's tall. He's the designated hitter, batting 100. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. 4-0 Monarchs right now on 5 hits. Here's the pitch. Misses high and tight. And it's 2-1.
That was a close one. Looked like it might have been right there on the corner, but.
Ball 2, strike 1. The left-hander checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2. On second base is Butler. And at third, I've got something wrong here. Here's the next pitch. And it's a fly ball to right field. It's going to be caught by McElpatrick. They're going to tag, and they'll stay at third base.
Yeah, I believe Kayla was held up at third on that double by Butler. So looked like Salinas came in to score, but they did hold Kayla up. So I think it's 3-0 at the moment.
3-0. All right. I thought for sure that 2 runs came across. There's an F9 and 2 dead here as J.J. Arbini flied to right field. As the next pitch, it's dirty, and it's going to be a play at the plate. They'll throw it to the pitcher. He's not there in time. How do you score that one? Wild pitch or passed ball?
I say passed ball. I mean, when you get one that's in front of the catcher, not him having to dive to his left or right, and it gets by him, in my mind, it's catcher's responsibility.
Now it's 4-0.
Yep.
And moving to third on the play was Silas Butler. And let's see the count. I'm not sure the count. I think it's 1-1. Pitches high and away. Avery Thielman is the first baseman, batting 182 with 2 RBIs. He bats from the right-hand side, and he is another skyscraper up there. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a foul tip. Thielman taking signals with a 2-1 count. There are 2 outs. 4 runs are in now. And a runner on third base. A rough first inning here for Mulamekic. Here's the pitch. Misses. And that's outside. Very good strike zone, in my opinion, by Al Ho. Mulamekic goes to the stretch. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball 4. And this long first inning continues for the Monarchs as we now have runners on the corners with 2 outs. And Tony Hatzigiorgio is coming to the plate.
Yeah, unless the Oilers can put Hatzigiorgio away, the Monarchs are going to lead off the game here by batting around. So,
well, the Oilers have a huddle on the hill right now, just with a catcher, a shortstop, and a pitcher. And Hull is going to come on out to break it up, and Mana, that's an old Sesame Street standard. Yeah. All right, runners on first and third. There are 2 outs, and the batter is Tony Hatzigiorgio, the third baseman, bats .227, no home runs and 2 RBIs. And here's the first pitch to him. Misses inside for ball 1.
Back-to-back games now that the Oilers have given up 4 runs to lead off the game.
Yeah, not a good portent. Here's the pitch, fouled, and it's 1-1.
And I have to go back and double-check, but I think that's the last 5 straight batters have been started off with a ball in 1-0 counts.
1-1 the count now. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch, and he calls that one a strike, a little bit high, and it's ball 1, strike 2. On deck is Jake Dresselhaus, who began the inning striking out in 3 pitches. The next shot is fouled off to the right. And it's 1-2.
You know, that's something you never want as a hitter, is to be the first and the last out of an inning.
All right. Tony Hatzigiorgio takes the next pitch. Swing and a miss. And Mulamekic whiffs 2 in a rocky and rough first inning. In the inning, there were 4 runs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. There were 2 pass balls. There was a walk and 2 men left. At the end of a half inning of play, it's the Lake Erie Monarchs 4, and the Oilers are now coming to bat.
If you're in the market for excavation and landscaping services, call Earthscapes LLC. Earthscapes offers high-quality service at a price you can afford. They specialize in tree removal, general excavation, new driveway installations.
Yeah, it was rough.
And hardscaping. Earthscapes serves the Kenai, Soldotna, Nikiski, and Sterling areas and are licensed, bonded, and insured. Call Earthscapes LLC for your excavation and landscaping needs. For your free quote, call 907-398-7624 for high-quality service at an affordable rate. Earthscapes LLC.
Vehicle. Enhance your audio and drive with confidence with Safe and Sound Super Sale happening right now. They have a full line of top
one error that inning.
Like Alpine, Kenwood, Rockford.
No, I didn't see any. No, pass ball is not an error. It's its own category.
It's your one-stop shop for custom sub boxes. Their experts will design and build the perfect enclosure for your specific needs. It's the Super Summer Sale at Safe and Sound, conveniently located across from Beeman's on the Spur Highway in Soldotna.
Bob Bird along with Nick Sorrell. Nick, the last time the Oilers gave up 4 runs in the first inning, they came back with 2, and I expect more than that. Okay, let's see what they can do.
See what
All right, Batters 1, 2, and 3. Owen McElpatrick, Drewby, Pinkston, and Ben Griffin are the batters. McElpatrick bats from the right-hand side. He's going to dig in here against the right-handed throwing Robert Klantz, K-L-A-N-N. Righty on righty matchup. Here's the first pitch. High and tight for ball one. The Monarchs have Hatzigiorgio, Vance, Vincent, and Thielman. The infield third to first. Kayla, Dresselhaus, and Butler. The outfield left, center, and right. In the battery of Clan and Salinas. Pitch low, and it's 2-0.
Yeah, Clan not with a ton of experience. Has only appeared in 3 games so far and pitched 5 innings.
A 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. Inside and low, and it's 3-0 to McElpatrick, batting .243 with 1 home run and 5 RBIs. It's dead calm here, and we can expect some extra base hits and an opening walk for the Oilers. That's a spark we could use.
On 4 pitches.
Now the question is, we've seen Pinkston get some good wood on the ball and go deep in the opposite field. And he's getting signals now to decide whether or not he's going to lay down a bunt. McElpatrick leads off of first, and the first pitch. And it's a strike at the letters. 0-1.
Yeah, his batting average of .238, Drewby's, doesn't really reflect the quality of at-bats he's had in the last few games, so let's see what he can do with this.
Here's the pitch. Fouls this off to the left. Brought to you by the Walden Brothers at 394-5510. They can customize T-shirts for you. 394-5510. Left-handed Drewby with an 0-2 hole to work his way out of. And the next pitch by Clan. He goes to the stretch. Long set. Here's the pitch. And it's a fly ball center field. Going to go straight at Dresselhaus. It's going to be easy, and there's one dead here in the Oiler first. F8. If you score, a lot of people score. When I go to a major league game, I'm keeping score for my seat.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yep. That becomes a souvenir. Ben Griffin is the batter, batting .300. 1 home run, 4 RBIs, 2 costly pass balls in that last inning. Here's the pitch outside for ball 1.
It was the first swing of the bat for the Oilers off Drewby's bat there. The 4-pitch walk to start, now already a ball.
Here's a 1-0. That's a strike. Going to be a higher strike zone when it looks to be very consistent. Next to talk about high strike zones and low strike zones here in a minute between pitches. Ball 1, strike 1 to Ben Griffin, the catcher for the Oilers. Off speed, fly ball left field. Going back for it is Kayla, fairly deep, and it's an F9. There are certain strange things about customs. In the past, it was considered a no-no to call a strike above the belt, if you're ready for that one. But I never ascribed to that. But that was 30 years ago, and nowadays the MLB set the pace to get a more proper and correct strike zone. I think it was the right thing to do. Here comes Nick Castile, the Oilers' leading hitter. Runner goes. McElpatrick sliding into second base, and he holds on to the bag. They call him out. He might have slid off of it. I'm not sure. Did his hand come off as he slid by that bag?
Well, the way that Felix Martinez watched his hand and did not make his call until after his hand had slid all the way across the bag leads me to believe that he may have come off just a little bit.
All right, so McElpatrick is caught stealing. Nick Castile will lead off in the second. And the Oilers go 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. There was a walk erased. And at the end of 1 complete inning of play, the score is the Monarchs 4 and the Oilers 0. This is Oilers baseball on 1140 AM and 96.5 FM.
The fish are running, and you definitely want to get out on the river and enjoy all your Alaskan adventures. Don't let dental problems sideline your fun this summer. Now is the time to get your teeth checked, cleaned, and repaired. Dr. James Julian and his team are ready to help get your dental health in top shape, offering comprehensive services in a relaxed, family-friendly atmosphere. Contact them at 907-283-4857 to schedule your visit today. It's summer. Welcome it with a smile.
Do you believe our local Kenai Peninsula residents deserve exceptional health care? We sure do. That's why we're excited to welcome Heather Moon, our team's newest nurse practitioner. She is ready to serve her
Caleb,
local...
we've got the finest feet that we've experienced yet.
Has a special interest in mental health and women's health and can't wait to serve you. Call our office at 907-313-4569 to book with her today.
Honesty Family Practice. Honesty Epic Healthcare for your team.
We are back at Coral Seymour Park, and the leadoff hitter is Jake Dresselhaus. He went down in 3 pitches in the first inning. Looked like a good start. Now he's taking his 4th strike in a row as he will lead off here in the second inning. Here's the next pitch. It's high and away, and it's 1-1. So after retiring Dresselhaus, the Monarchs followed with 5 consecutive hits, 4 of them singles. Pitches way soaring to the backstop, and it's 2-1. 4 straight singles and a double. That was quite a bomb by Silas Butler. And then a pass ball brought in a 4th run. Here's the next pitch. He'll foul this one off. Brought to you by the Walden Brothers. 394-5510 for your customized T-shirts and tank tops. Ball 2, strike 2 is the next pitch. Swing and a miss. And another time for Dresselhaus to go down swinging.
Arnaud's just wishing Dresselhaus would turn around and walk right back in the box. And I face him every time.
Here's Cole Vincent. He singled and scored a run. Here's the first pitch to him, and he'll single twice. It's the diving Elko cannot get there as the ball was hit just to the left of the shortstop into center field. And Vincent is 2 for 2, just like that. He's not having any trouble with Mula Makic. And here's Vance Cooper. He singled and scored a run. Shortstop, bats from the right-hand side. And they throw to first. And he's back in time. Very difficult rule here with the left-handed hurlers. The pitch high and away for ball 1. You really want an umpire based at the bag at first so he can watch the left-hander's knee and feet. There's a certain thing that can be leading to a balk. Next pitch is high and away, and it's 2-0. The first base umpire has to keep his eyes glued on several things. Here's the next pitch. That drops in. It's a curveball, and it's 2-2.
That was a really great breaking ball. And if I remember the last time Arnaud was pitching against the Bucks, he started to rely heavily on the curveball.
Here's the 2-2. Dirty gets away from Griffin. He'll get there in time. I believe the count is 3-2. Ball 3, strike 2. I could be off on that one. And the scoreboard says 3-1. Here's the pitch. Off speed. It's going to be a single to center field. No, it's caught easily by Ujimori. And he makes a gallant throw to first, pulls off Grimm a little bit there. But I thought that was going to drop, and Ujimori pulled it in. Nick?
Yeah, it must have had some major backspin on it because off the bat, just from our vantage point, that one looked like it was headed for straight into center field.
2 dead here, and Zach Salinas coming to the plate. Runner goes. They're going to shoot him down. No. The throw was good, 10 feet on the first base side of second base, and a stolen base for Vincent with 2 dead. Zach Salinas had an RBI single, and he's the catcher. And the next pitch to him is a swing and a miss. Scoreboard says 0-2, and I was watching that runner take off. Runner in scoring position, Mulamekic ahead in the count here, 0-2. Here's the pitch. High fly ball. It's got hang time. Racing over is the center fielder. He won't get there. A run will score. And with another RBI is Zach Salinas. And a single here will plate Vincent from second base. And a long run by Castillo could not get there in time.
Yeah, Salinas collecting his second RBI of the game already. These hits are not like incredible hits. Nothing booming or towering except from the double by Butler last inning.
But they're nowhere near our fielders.
No.
And so they are well placed. They're smart. The next batter, and that's 5-0 now for the Monarchs. TJ Kayla, he's singled, had an RBI. Bats from the right-hand side. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul down the third base side toward the Monarch dugout. 5-0 Monarchs now. 4 in the first, 1 in the second. There's 2 dead with a runner on first, and they manufactured that run. They stole second base, and they singled him home.
They did. I'm surprised that the Oilers outfielders are not sneaking in at all.
There's a curveball that drops in, and it's 1-2. I do believe he was ahead in that count, 0-2 when he singled. Might have been a mistake to throw a strike. Who knows? Here's the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 call. And the batter doesn't care for it, but I saw that as a good pitch. And there are 3 dead, and the fourth strikeout for Mulamekic in the inning. There was 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, a stolen base, and 1 man left. We'll go to the Oilers second. It is the Monarchs 5 and the Oilers nothing. This is Oilers baseball on the ESPN Radio Network.
From Seward to Homer, Hot Rocks Asphalt Paving is available for your job. If you need to get a project paved this summer, call Hot Rocks Asphalt Paving at 907-420-4729. Todd has over 20 years of construction experience and will ensure your job is done to the highest level possible. Whether you need a driveway, a parking pad, a sidewalk, or a parking lot paved, or just need repairs to your current asphalt, Hot Rocks Asphalt Paving can do it. Call 907-420-4729.
We don't have anybody doing Point Street for this game.
Okay.
Asphalt Paving.
Or at least I'm not seeing anything come up.
Great convenience.
Make something up.
Okay.
Go further than TJ Siggs. Fuel up with quality gas. Stock up on groceries from 6 a.m. to midnight and grab your favorite drinks from the liquor store from 8 a.m. to midnight. Oh, and did we mention they've got fishing licenses too? Whether it's for those grocery items or a relaxing evening, TJ Siggs has you covered. And the best part, they're friendly. Always greet you with
nobody warm them up.
Swing by TJ Seggies today and experience top-notch service and a one-stop shop for all your needs this summer.
Well, the last person to bat was the catcher, and the Monarchs don't have a backup to warm him up. So let's take a pitch count as Mulamakic's count, I presume, is up there quite a bit after 2 innings.
It is getting up there, and the pitch count is brought to you by Everybody Rides Again. Looking for a used vehicle? No credit, bad credit, no problem. Your job plus a small down payment is all you need. Located on the Big Corner, K Beach and Poppy Lane. Call 907-260-3053. Everybody Rides Again, 907-260-3053. Yeah, Arnaud Mulamekic already up to 42 pitches through 3 innings. So pitch count climbing after getting deep in a lot of counts on batters who plunked singles right into shallow outfield.
Here comes the cleanup hitter, Nick Castillo, who was in the batter's box when McElpatrick was caught stealing. Castillo bats from the left side against the right-handed throwing Clan. Robert Clan makes the first pitch. He makes a bunt, and it's foul. Boy, that's an interesting bunt. That did not go far. It just died right in the right-hand batter's box.
Because, typically expect bunts from your cleanup hitter.
Well, the Oilers need to do something to break a pattern here. Maybe, and he's a fast base runner, so here's the next pitch. It's off speed, and it's in there, and it's 0-2. 0-2 is the count.
Quick 0-2 hole.
All right, the middle infielders playing on the grass for the Monarchs. And here's the 0-2. In the dirt, and it's 1-2. Everybody else is straight up in the outfield and at the corners.
Probably saying, we're not going to let them beat us at our own game, which is putting out balls just out on the grass.
1-2 pitch, ground ball to the first baseman. He's going to flip to the pitcher covering, and it's well executed, and it's 1 dead.
Yeah, that hit went right into the defensive formation. The corners playing in, the infielder or the middle's playing out on the grass. Grounder tapped straight to the first baseman, Thielman.
Theo Forche is the batter. Playing third base, a .267 hitter, no home runs, 4 RBIs. That's from the left-hand side against Robert Clan, the tall right-hander. First pitch is high for ball 1. Cloudy skies, but the rain is holding back. I like that.
Yeah, the broken skies kind of. Go ahead.
No, here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss at high heat. Go ahead, Nick.
The broken sky and the light kind of on the horizon just over the treetops really makes me think that we might keep ourselves out of some rain for at least the majority of this game.
Here's the stretch by Clan and the pitch. Swing and a miss again right about the last pitch. And it's 1-2. Theo Forche. Clan pitches from the stretch even with nobody on the base paths, and the pitch is low and away. Good pitch there. You don't want to pitch him a strike. What's 2-2? Is that the correct count?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what I've got.
Ball 2, strike 2. Forche waits patiently. Here's the 2-2 pitch inside, and it's a full count. Oilers had 1 base runner, lead-off walk to Owen McElpatrick in the first, but with 2 outs, it was a good move to get him to break for second, and he was gunned down. Here's the full count pitch. It's a high fly ball center field, going to be easy for Dresselhaus. That one was served on the inside corner at the letters. I think it was a strike, and he did not get very good wood on it, as you can imagine, close to the bat handle.
No, not a very solid hit, and also a little bit underneath it. I mean, it's in the territory to drop in as a hit, but, hit directly at the center fielder, Dresselhaus, so easy out.
Here's the Oilers' leading RBI guy as Elko lifts the fly ball to left field. It might drop. It does. Fair ball. He's going to wheel for 2. No, he tripped over second, and it is not good as he is holding his ankle. A high fly ball to left field, dropped about 2, maybe 3 feet fair, as Kayla came in, and we expected a double out of that, but Elko probably did as well, and he is hurt, Nick.
I didn't see if he slipped or if he tripped over first base. I was looking where the ball dropped, and when I turned back over to see Michael coming around first base, that was right about the time his feet were coming out from underneath him, and he was landing on his side. So,
yeah, I'm with you there. I didn't see where it happened. So let's see if he's going to give a chance to walk this off. And he's handing his batting gloves to the first base coach. I think that's probably Kevin Clancy. Mm-hmm. And the Monarchs come over and ask, how you doing? That's their first baseman, Thielman. And he doesn't seem to want to require a little bit of run or jog. So we got a base runner with, 2 outs. I don't think he'll be stealing, though. Here's the first pitch. It's a strike call to Ryson Ujimori, the second baseman, batting $1.67. No RBIs.
I think the last time he was in the game, we ended up having him in the booth afterward because he had just a fantastic game at the plate.
Here's the pitch. It's low, and it's 1-1.
Ripped a couple doubles to the wall, if I remember correctly.
Ball 1, strike 1. I don't know about 2 doubles. He might have had 2 hits, though. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Outside. I tell you what, I like this strike zone. And he's a hometown umpire. And I'm being fair because he's been very consistent. Al Hull, who I've done many games with. Ball 2, strike 1. There's a strike. And it's 2-2. So the Oilers with their first hit, Mike Elko. Can he get that batting average up and over the Mendoza line? Here's the stretch. The runner goes, and it's inside, and he slides. He's in. The ball hits him. and scampers over towards left field, but not far enough to take a second base. That'll show you, as you might think. He's going to take it easy at first base after tripping over the bag, but he's got a stolen base.
Yeah, and he must have had a great jump on that ball because he slowed up about 10 feet from second. I was surprised to even see him slide.
Ujimori with a chance for his first RBI. Runner on second base. Here's a full count pitch. Swing and a miss. And that will retire the side. And there goes that hope into a hole. Okay, so it's a strikeout. And the first one for Robert Clan. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, a stolen base, no errors, and 1 man left. Let's go to the third. The scores, the Monarchs 5 and the Oilers nothing. This is Oilers Baseball on the ESPN Radio Network.
So have you heard?
Heard what?
About the new flooring store on K-Beach. They're called Floors Unlimited.
No.
Oh,
But do need
look
new
at that.
flooring.
Just
Yeah,
threw one
when-
high and away.
So much. They were
to the
so
backstop.
resourceful with questions
When
that I
he
had.
is missing
Now they even do
with
kitchen
his
and bathroom
fastball,
spots.
I remember that last time he was throwing every
This one just bounced 6 feet in front of the plate.
Let's see if he goes to his breaking ball and his changeup, because I remember last time against the Bucks, he started to get command again when he went to he was first pitch
Look no further.
off
Senior
speed.
Pancho's Mexican Restaurant. Step into their lively canteen and dive into a flavor fiesta that'll make your taste buds dance the salsa. Picture this. You're sitting back, sipping a margarita at 11 a.m. It's never too early for a margarita, but hey, they're not just about the drinks. Senior Pancho's is the ultimate sports headquarters. Catch all the action while deep down on their famous home run margarita. Proud supporter of Oilers baseball, located on the Sterling Highway in Soldadna. Senior Pancho's Mexican Restaurant, where every bite is a home run and every meal is a party. Olé!
We're back here at Coral Sea Memorial Park, home of the Oilers, and the Lake Erie Monarchs, rather rude guests. They scored 4 in the first, 1 in the second. They're leading 5-0. The Monarchs, 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and they've stranded 3. The Oilers, no runs, 1 hit, and no errors. I don't know why they have an error up on that board. A passed ball is not an error. So
I'm wondering if they scored the hit on that went underneath Forche's glove out into left, even though it was a diving play to his left.
no, that shouldn't be.
No.
Because because they counted that as a hit. We're okay. Just a mistake. All right, the batter will be Silas Butler. Doubled and knocked in a run. I thought he had 2. But, Butler bats from the right-hand side. He sent that ball a long ways in his first at-bat. First pitch is high for ball 1.
Trying to get the off speeds right there on that first pitch.
Forche, Elko, Ujimori, and Grimm for the Oilers on the infield, third to first. Next pitch is inside, and it's 2-0. Pinkston, Castillo, and McElpatrick, the outfield, left, center, and right. Here's the next pitch. Low again, it's 3-0. Silas Butler plays right field, batting .324 now with 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch to him. It's a strike, and it's 3-1. Cloudy skies as usual, but it's bright over in right field. That's where the weather usually comes from. There's a foul ball off to the right, out of play. The Walden brothers gave you that one. They can specialize anything in clothing. All right, give them a call. 394-5510 or go to WaldenBrothers.store. Here's the full count pitch. Just misses, and it's an opening walk for the Monarchs.
I like that communication right there. You see after Arnauds gets the called ball 4 just off the inside, he looks into umpire Al Hall and asks, is that inside? And yep, gets the nod.
Pitch is high and away for ball 1. J.J. Arbini, he flied to right field. The designated hitter also is a right-handed slugger. Here's the ball 1 pitch, and he goes golfing there, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, he was trying to bring in 2 runs.
Silas Butler on first, nobody out. Here's he going, and a pitch is a strike high, and so is the throw to second base. Nowhere close on the play. and struggle for Ujimori to keep his feet.
Impressed that he even made a try at that. Up out of the off his feet, swinging his glove back down underneath himself to try and get the tag down. Impressive acrobatics there.
We have ball one, strike two. The pitch was a called strike at the letters. And still nobody out. The pitch, swing and a miss. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strikeouts for Mulamekic here in the top of the third. But they've stolen, well, 1, 2 on him and then 2 passed balls. We'll go with Avery Thielman, who walked his first time up, the first baseman, bats 182, right-handed hitter. And here's the pitch. There's a strike at the letters. This guy's tall, and that was a high strike.
Thielman not happy with that one. Looking back, having a conversation.
Probably, maybe he also wants to know where that pitch was.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the strike one pitch. Swing and a miss. Actually, yeah, it's a swing and a miss. A foul tip in the glove is considered a swing and a miss, and it needs to be indicated by the umpire because if you hear a foul ball, you want to know if it was caught or not. It is not a foul tip. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul down the third base side. It's not a foul tip when it's just tipped and, say, goes to the backstop or, goes along the first or third base line. That's not officially a foul tip. A foul tip is one that the batter just grazes and goes straight into the catcher's glove, and it's considered a swing and a miss. Here's the next pitch, way outside. I've had some young coaches wondering when a person's stealing and there's a foul tip in the glove, they've yelled at their catcher to throw to the back base, thinking they're going to get a double play. And I have to explain that. Here's the 1-2 pitch that's fouled back, and the count remains at 1-2. I've had to explain, no, foul tip, coach, means it is a swing and a miss. So that's a cleanly stolen base. Ball one, strike two. And this guy is huge. Avery Thielman, the first baseman. There's probably 6'4". Next pitch, strike right down Broadway. I think you know it. And it's a called strike. It's strikeout number 6, I think, for Mulamekic.
Similar to his last outing. Some runs were on the board. Actually, no, his last outing he only ended up getting with the 1 run, but a lot of bases on balls and traffic on the bases behind him, but lots of strikeouts.
The pitch to Tony Hatzigiorgio takes strike one. He was one of his 6 strikeout victims. Third baseman, bats .227 with 2 RBIs. Right-handed hitter. Ujimori keeps going back to the second baseman. Ground ball to short should be routine. It's a bit low, but Grimm has got it on the backhand side. And here we have Mulamekic getting a clean inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on a walk, and there was a stolen base. At the end of 2.5, it's the Monarchs 5, the Oilers nothing. This is Oilers Baseball on ESPN and RadioKenai.com.
Denali Family Dentistry welcomes Dr. Kate Beck, the newest member of their team. Born and raised right here in Kenai, she brings her passion for dentistry and care to the Kenai Peninsula. With dental surgery degree from the esteemed University of Washington, she's ready to make a positive impact on your smile. Tailoring treatment plans to ensure you receive the personalized care you deserve, from routine checkups and preventative care to restorative and cosmetic procedures. She'll help you achieve a healthy and beautiful smile. Experience the difference. 907-283-0503. Denali Family Dentistry, where your smile is their top priority.
Are you one of those people who don't like to wait and have a zillion things on your to-do list and no time for the DMV? No problem. AK Express is your on-the-go title, tag, and registration solution. AK Express is conveniently located on the corner of K Beach and West Poppy Lane next to Everybody Rides Again. They'll have you in and out in as fast as 10 minutes with next to no wait time. AK Express, your on-the-go title, tag, and registration solution. 907-260-9500.
We are back at Coralsima Park. The Monarchs 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 4 men left. The Oilers no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on base, as they will bring batters 8, 9, and 1 to the plate. Grimm, Wilkinson, and McElpatrick. First pitch to Grimm is high for ball one. You have some observations about McElpatrick's third inning?
Mulamekic, yeah, he, like his last outing before against the Bucks.
Here's the pitch, and it's a high fly ball left field. Drifting over is Kayla, and about the place where Elko dropped it for a hit, but this one had a lot more hang time, and there's one out here. Go ahead on the Mulamekic assessment.
Yeah, so, in the last outing, he was really struggling to get command of his fastball, and then shortly thereafter, we started to see a lot of curveballs, a lot of changeups, just really relying on the breaking balls to get strikes, and we're already starting to see that here again.
Here's Brent Wilkinson. It's his first time to the plate. He's batting ninth, number 18. He's the DH with a .265 average and 8 RBIs, and he takes strike one. Robert Clan on the hill for the Monarchs. Here's the pitch. That's low, and it's 1-1.
Going back to Mulamekic, when you've got a guy who can throw low 90s at this level, I mean, you really want him to rely on his fastball, but as we're seeing, if he's not getting it.
There's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He's behind that one, and it's 1-2.
Then he's going to have to rely on something else. But his off-speed has been very effective. He's getting a lot of swings and misses on those curveballs and called strikes as well.
6 strikeouts. Ball, 1 strike, 2. And here's the tap. It goes, nice stab by Clan. Oh, my goodness, he's falling towards first base, and he reached back. I think his height had a lot to do with it, but that was a great play, and it's a 1-3 putout on Wilkinson.
It's interesting. A couple things about that. Number one, yes, absolutely a sensational play. But the other thing is a lot of the newer pitching mechanics are driving pitchers to finish in a position where they actually have their shoulder facing away from the hitter, and it puts them in a worse defensive position.
Here's McElpatrick as Clan goes to the stretch, and the first pitch to him is low for ball one. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, and just like you saw there, I mean, Clan has to lunge back across his body to make that, and it's a great play.
Here's the pitch, low, and it's 1-1. McElpatrick walked and got caught stealing in the first inning, batting .243, 1 home run, and 5 RBIs. Bats from the right-hand side. Ball 1, strike 1. Here's the windup and the pitch. It's low, 2-1.
But that comes back to the pitching mechanics, where if you're throwing in such a way that you're really bringing that back leg around so far that you're getting completely turned around, it affects your ability to defend.
There's the next pitch. 4-pitch walk, 2 outs. Let's see what the Oilers can make of it. And 2 walks for McElpatrick.
On 8 pitches.
Drewby Pinkston, he's going to have to get on base here. And he's getting some signals. A bunt will do you no good. Third baseman, Giorgio, is playing deep. Strike 1 at the letters. Giorgio at third, Vance at short, Vincent at second, Thielman at first, with Kayla in left, Dresselhaus in center, and Butler in right. Clan and Salinas are the battery. Here's the next pitch, way high, and it's 1-1.
I don't know if Clan is just storing up the majority of his misses for Owen McElpatrick or not, but that's 8 pitches to Owen and 8 balls.
Ball 1, strike 1. The pitch to Pinkston. It's high, and it's 2-1. On deck is the catcher, Ben Griffin. He's keeping his shin guards on, though. Ball 2, strike 1 is the count. There goes McElpatrick. The pitch is high. He goes in deep, and the ball is not gloved by the shortstop. And this time, McElpatrick steals the base. I think the count is 3-1, but I'm not sure. Now he's saying 2-1. I'm not even sure about that, though. Now it's ball 3, strike 1. The umpire, I think, has lost track. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And it's a line drive, base hit into left field, but is shallow. And a good throw to the plate. It was prudently. Now, Pinkston will take second on the throw. That was a heads-up play. And a shallow dump into left field gives the Oilers runners on second and third with 2 dead.
Yeah, very heads-up base running by Drewby. Pinkston right there, seeing the throw was going to come into home, and then slowing just a little bit as the throw did come in, and then accelerating and taking the rest of the way to second base.
Well,
when the throw got away
the
from
catcher
the
had to block it. That's what got him to take second base.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. He was observing that. Here's the pitch to the next hitter, Ben Griffin, who's got the table set for him for 2 important RBIs. He fouls that one off to the right. Brought to you by the Walden Brothers. Go to waldenbrothers.store at 394-5510. Come on, Ben. Don't swing for the fences. Get us 2 RBIs here. Here's the strike 1 pitch. Off speed and high. And the count is 1-1.
Critical at-bat here for the Oilers early in the game. You hate to say that in the 3rd inning, but I do feel like this is a very critical at-bat.
You're absolutely right. They can get some of these runs back. Here's the 1-1. Fly ball, foul, going to be out of play, and it's 1-2. Griffin batting .300, 1 home run, 4 RBIs. Catching today, and the outfield standard depth. 2 dead, runners and 2 runners in scoring position. And there's a fly ball fouled off to the right, and he's hanging tough with the count at 1-2. Ball 1, strike 2. Pinkston's on second, McElpatrick on third. The right-handed Ben Griffin, here's the pitch. Checks his swing and gets it fouled. That was in the strike zone, I think. Something about it caused him to hesitate, and he'll stay alive at a 1-2 count.
It looked like a 2-seamer that was tailing in toward him, and that may have caught him off guard.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Way outside and high, and it's 2-2. 5-0 is the score, and the Oilers with a chance here to get some of them back. There's 2 outs, however. Here's the 2-2. That's a high fly ball, shallow right field. There's enough hang time. There's some confusion. An incredible catch by the left fielder, Butler. He left his feet. He caught it in foul territory, and that is the best defensive play I have seen in this season right now.
Sensational play. Absolutely outstanding defense. I cannot believe that he actually got to that ball.
He was running in, so the first baseman wisely gave him right away. In the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 men left. At the end of 3 complete, it's the Monarchs 5 and the Oilers nothing. This is Oilers baseball on ESPN and 1140.
When I have issues with my sewer drain, I call Sean Parnell with Roto-Rooter. He will come out to your house and address the situation anytime, including weekends and holidays. Have a broken line or need those grease traps cleaned? Call Sean Parnell with Roto-Rooter today. He is reliable, professional, and he knows what he is doing. This summer, support local for all your sewer, drain, and grease trap needs. Roto-Rooter even has a camera to check your sewer lines. Get a hold of Sean Parnell today at 907-262-5605.
Looking for a place in Kenai that serves breakfast all day?
I'll introduce you.
Kenai is the
that's
brunch
right. It's
bar
back to me at this point.
breakfast
Okay.
served all day long.
I'll be catching up on the whiteboard when I come back.
Okay. Anything but ordinary.
The brunch bar is open Monday through Thursday until 7 p.m., Friday and Saturday until 9 p.m.
And they'll have dinner specials during those nights with live entertainment for your enjoyment. The brunch bar is located on Willow Street in Kenai and looks forward to serving you.
We're coming back into the top of the 4th with the Monarchs. 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 4 men left. And the Oilers, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 3 men left. And now with the middle inning play-by-play, here is Nick Sorrell.
Well, and look who it is coming up to bat here again for the Monarchs. Mulemekic's favorite Monarch batter, Jake Dresselhaus, who has struck out swinging in his first 2 at-bats. Mulamekic gets the sign and gets a pop fly. It's into foul territory. First baseman running back there. Oh, they're the right fielder, McElpatrick, and the first baseman, Ben Grimm, run almost into each other. But the ball does drop in foul territory. So that'll be a loud strike one for Jake Dresselhaus, center fielder for the Monarchs. Score is Monarchs 5, Oilers 0 here as we begin the top of the fourth inning. Arnaud Mulamekic has Dresselhaus in an 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch is a swing and a miss. Another foul tip there. A lot of foul tips for Arnaud today. So the count is 0-2. Mulamekic working quickly. Throws, misses high and outside for ball one. Mulamekic again, the lanky 6'6" left-hander. Started off the game throwing a lot of fastballs, has now moved more toward the curveballs. The 0-2 pitch is a called strike. As we say it, the curveball drops in there. Dresselhaus not happy about that one. It looked close to me, could have been either way. Dresselhaus probably more upset with himself with 3 strikeouts. Into the box now, Cale Vinson for the Monarchs. Looks at a ball. Mulamekic deals. Next pitch misses high and inside. The count now 2-0 on second baseman, Monarchs second baseman Cale Vinson. The 2-0 pitch. Low. Actually, he may have called, nope, he did call that a ball. So count is now 3-0 on Cale Vinson. And here's the 3-0 pitch. Drops in for strike one. Again, no wind tonight. The stands are a little more full. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Lifted high into left center. Pinkston running over, gets the deference from Nick Castillo, and he hauls it in for the second out of the inning. So for the first time so far this game, the first 2 Monarchs of an inning are retired in order. And that will bring up Cooper Vance, the right-handed shortstop for the Monarchs, who steps in. Takes a ball just below the knees. So that's 2 outs now for the Monarchs here in the top of the fourth. The score is Monarchs 5, Oilers 0. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Right down the pipe. That'll make it 1-1. Arnaud abandoning the fastball a little bit for more off-speed pitches, like that one right there, which is high for a ball, so that'll take the count to 2-1 on Cale Vinson. See what we get for our 2-1 pitch here. A swing and a miss. Another foul tip. So the count is now 1-2 on Cale Vinson. Number 6 for the Michigan Monarchs. Here's the 2-1 pitch. I have 2-1, but I could be wrong about that. But that one does miss. So it is now 3-2. And here's the payoff pitch from Arnaud. Tapped back toward the screen. That is a foul ball. That'll keep Vincent alive. That foul brought to you by Walden Brothers. They can customize just about anything but specialize in clothing, t-shirts, crops, tanks, and more. Visit waldenbros.store. Call them today at 907-394-5510. Full count pitch popped up to Ryson Ujimura, who gets underneath it on the infield to record the third out of the game. And so for the first time this game, the Monarchs go in order 1, 2, and 3. And those were the 1, 2, and 3 hitters. The no hits, no runs, no errors, and no men left on base. The score here after 3.5 is the Monarchs 5 and the Oilers 0. You're listening to Peninsula Oilers Baseball on ESPN Radio 1140 AM, 96.9 FM, and RadioKenai.com.
Slotin Professional Pharmacy, located on the corner of Binkley and Marydale, offering products like cough and cold, pain relievers, and first aid products. All great items to have at home and on the go. Be sure to take advantage of Slotin Professional Pharmacy's MedSeek program to help organize your busy schedule. They also offer convenient delivery routes available from Cooper Landing all the way to Homer. Just call Slotin Professional Pharmacy staff to have your medication delivered to your door monthly. Slotin Professional Pharmacy.
now at Sweeney's in Soldana, Mike is having a huge footwear sale. Large selection of boots and shoes right now are 40 to 50% off. So for a limited time, go in and get an additional 20% off that. That's right, you heard correct. Boots and shoes at Sweeney's Clothing in Soldana, now 60 to 70% off. Get footwear for men, women, and children right now at Sweeney's in Soldana.
Welcome back to Peninsula Oilers baseball here on ESPN Radio 1140 AM. Well, if you're just joining us, the Oilers have gotten themselves in an ugly hole here early in the game. They are behind the Michigan Monarchs 5-0. So after 3.5 innings, the Oilers have gotten themselves in a real nasty hole here. The Monarchs putting 4 runs on the board in the first inning and another run in the second. Up first for the Oilers here in the bottom of the 4th inning is Nick Castillo, center fielder. Grounded out to first base, his first at bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Misses low and outside, so that'll be ball 1 on Nick Castillo. Castillo came into the game with a league-leading batting average of .414. The 1-0 pitch misses outside. That'll be 2-0 now on Nick Castillo. We have seen some fantastic play from him so far. Robert Clan, the Monarchs pitcher, been working very quickly and efficiently today. Gets the call on that 2-0 pitch. So now count is now 2 balls and 1 strike on Nick Castillo.
Well, we have to make an official change.
That pitch misses outside. The count now 3-1.
We had the Oilers the Monarchs down for 7 hits, and the Oilers with no errors. And the official score says that. Go ahead.
Foul just down the first base line.
Official score ruled that the ball that got underneath Elko's glove was an error. He did not touch it, and we saw that as a clean hit, but you're going to have to check the official box score. We'll go with what the official score says.
The ball that right there underneath Theo Forche's. Here's the payoff pitch. Again, fouled, rocket down the first baseline, all the way over to the Oilers bullpen. So Castillo stays alive in a full count here. We'll see what kind of strikeout pitch he can get from Robert Clan. Payoff pitch. Oh. On the outside, a breaking ball. Nasty pitch. Castillo doesn't like it, but that one was right there over the corner. So Castillo goes down looking for the first out of the Oilers' bottom half of the 4th inning.
That was a beautiful pitch. He should know that. We could see that. We're rooting for him.
Absolutely, yeah, just a deadly pitch right there on the outside. Stepping in for the Oilers, third baseman Theo Forche. Forche is the third baseman that they got the error on. Taps one down the line to the first baseman, who gathers and flips over to Clan, who touches first base. And that is yet again 2 quick outs for the Oilers. Have yet to record a base runner. Nope, let me correct that. McElpatrick was a base runner to lead off the game. But coming up now is Michael Elko, the shortstop, who recorded a single his last time. Stumbled coming around first base. We thought he might be injured, but he stayed in the game. First pitch to him is a low for a ball. Clan getting a sign. 1-0 pitch misses low for ball 2.
Well, Huld has an interesting gesture. He just kind of wiggles his fingers on the right hand, which is the strike hand, when he sees a ball that's just off the plate.
Grounded sharply to the second baseman, who gathers it and throws over to first for the third out of the inning. So that'll go down as a 4-3 Vincent to Thielman. Well, the Oilers will go very quietly in the bottom of the 4th inning. No hits, no runs, no errors, and no men left on base. As we go to the top of the 5th, the score is the Michigan Monarchs 5, the Oilers 0. You're listening to Peninsula Oilers Baseball on ESPN 1140 AM, 96.9 FM, and RadioKenai.com.
Here's
your tractor, trailer, and equipment inspected and serviced now at the Best Shop, located on King Beach Road. Best Shop is a full shop and tire center for all tractor trailers and heavy equipment. And they stock parts so they can get your job done quickly to get you back on the job. Don't miss a day of work because you weren't ready. Call the Best Shop now to get your truck in for a DOT inspection and service. The Best Shop, 262-8785.
Where's Dr. Cross, the eye doctor? Did he move out of state? He retired? No, I'm still right here in Soldado. Yes, new eye clinic at 230 East Marydale Ave. I'm still providing the most personalized and highest quality eye care that you have come to expect from me, but in an updated and advanced location. A 3D image of the back of the eye is included in every full eye exam. The details will knock your socks off. We take almost every insurance, including ESP. So if you're looking for me, or if you need to come in and have an eye exam, now you know the real scoop.
They're going nowhere this game.
62-3119 and schedule today.
Oh, we got a new pitcher. Out.
Welcome back to Peninsula Oilers baseball. The score here as we move into the top of the fifth is 5-0. The visiting Michigan Monarchs over the Oilers. The Monarchs collected 4 runs in the top of the first on 4 hits. On 4 hits, and then another run on 1 hit and an error in the second inning. So as we move here into the top half of the fifth inning, the first Monarch batter to step in will be Zach Salinas.
Well, we got a new pitcher. The line of Mula Makic, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, all of them earned. Pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, all of them earned. Struck out 6, gave up 7 hits, and walked 3.
2 pitches now in on Zach Salinas. The first one a strike, the second one a called ball, so the count now 1-1. Grounded sharply over to Ujimori at second base, who slides to his left into shallow right field, gathers and tosses over to Grimm for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up TJ Kayla, left fielder for the Michigan Monarchs. First time up, Kayla singled into left field, brought in a run, and the next time up he struck out looking. There's the first pitch to Kayla. Fastball misses outside. That'll be ball 1.
Kyler Kershaw is the new pitcher for the Oilers. We'll get a line on his stats here shortly.
1-0 pitch misses low. That'll make it 2 balls and no strikes on left fielder TJ Kayla. Number 19. Here's the 2-0 pitch, grounded, a bouncer to Elko at short, who gloves it and throws to first for the out. More efficient shortstop play from Michael Elko. Well, pitchers working very well here for the Oilers. The last couple innings, last inning, retiring the Monarchs 1-2-3. And so far here with Connor Kershaw on the mound, he has retired the first 2 Monarchs that he has faced.
Kershaw has pitched 11 innings, and with a 12.27 ERA.
Stepping in for the Monarchs, Silas Butler looks at ball 1 off the plate. In his first at-bat, Silas hit a towering double that was off the wall, brought in a run, and took a walk and stole a base. His second at bat lines one right up the middle into center field for a single. So the singles parade continues for the Monarchs in this game as Silas Butler, right fielder, collects a 2-out single to prolong the top of the 5th inning for the Michigan Monarchs. That brings up DH J.J. Arbini, who in his first at-bat flew out to right field and struck out swinging his next at-bat. Lines one straight at Ujimori, who slides to his right and makes the catch. That will end the inning for the top half of the inning for the Monarchs. They score no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and leave no men on base. Coming up for the Oilers, we will have Ryson Ujimori, Ben Grimm, and Bren Wilkinson to lead off the bottom half of the 5th. You're listening to Oilers Baseball. Oh, the score is Monarchs 5, Oilers 0. You're listening to Oilers Baseball on ESPN 1140 AM, 96.9 FM, and RadioKenai.com.
Upstairs at Beeman's, talking with Steve. Beeman's is full of summer sports gear. Ain't that right, Steve?
It is, Matt. So in soccer, we have a lot of youth soccer shoes.
Don't forget to set the defense at least every inning.
Limited selection of mitts from Rawlings. We haven't gotten them all in yet. So we have batting gloves and cleats and balls and bats. We have baseballs and footballs and basketballs and tennis
Nobody
balls.
warming up?
Selection of bikes.
You find upstairs at Beeman's, located on Kenai Spur Highway in Soldotna.
Was this Kershaw's first inning?
This week's money saving special from your hometown proud family at Country Foods.
This week, pork shoulder sticks are buy one, get one free. 2-pound packs of Seaport Large Easy Peel Shrimp are $11.99, and bone-in ribeye steaks are only $7.99 a pound. Chicken drumsticks are on BOGO, and boneless chuck roasts and sticks are buy one, get one free too. 7-ounce Lay's and Doritos varieties are $2.99, and 48-ounce Breyers ice creams are $4.99. Produce has strawberries for $3.99 a pound, Vidalia onions are $1.49 a pound, and seedless watermelon is nice.
It's on Willow Street in
Welcome back to Oilers Baseball as we get going here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. The score is the visiting Michigan Monarchs 5, the Oilers 0. Stepping in for the Oilers is Ryson Ujimori, who fouls the first pitch back toward the screen. That foul ball brought to you by Walden Brothers. They can customize just about anything but specialize in clothing, t-shirts, crops, tanks, and more. Call them today at 907-394-5510. Ryson Ujimori in an 0-1 hole looks at ball one low. In his first at-bat, Ryson struck out swinging. Had a man on base in front of him, couldn't bring him in. 1-1 pitch. Grounded through the hole, just next to the first baseman into right field, and Ryson, just like that, has himself on base.
Third Oilers hit, and we have gotten the lead, leadoff man on base now twice.
3 times. First time was we had a base on balls to begin the game, correct? Oh, no, you're right. It's 2 times. I'm looking at the wrong inning here.
In any case, it's the third hit. Let's get going, boys.
Yes. In the box now for the Oilers, Ben Grimm looks at ball one. Grimm flew out to left field in his first at-bat. Ujimori getting a lead. Clan deals. The runner goes. The throw down is not in time.
It was a good move. When you're down 5 runs, you generally want runners to pack the bags, but not when you're needing that first run. I think you want to play scratch ball.
Yep, just trying to get on the board here. Ryson with a great steal. Catcher behind the plate for the Monarchs actually having a very good game back there, throwing down just some lasers.
It was close. Throws a little high, and that's why he stole the bag.
Mm-hmm. So the Oilers now with a runner in scoring position in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch to Ben Grimm is lifted into left field, but that will be easily played for TJ Kayla, and that'll be the first out of the inning for the Oilers. Defensively, the Monarchs around the diamond, Giorgio at third, Vance at short, Vinson at second, and Thielman at first in the outfield. Kayla, Dresselhaus, and Butler from left to right. Robert Clan throwing, and Salinas behind the plate. Stepping in for the Oilers, number 9 hitter, Bren Wilkinson. Looks at a called strike on the inside, a nasty breaking ball. One that Nick Castillo got caught looking at in the last inning.
Wilkinson's batting 9th, but he's the DH today.
Not often that you see that. Long look in as Clan checks the runner multiple times. Time called by the umpire, it appears. Neither pitcher nor batter super happy with that one. I think Brent Wilkinson was...
It was a long set, and, you know, the umpire has that prerogative.
I'm not terribly fond of umpires calling time. I like to leave that one up to the batter if possible, but Hall elected to make the call there. Clan checking Ujimori several times at second base last time, as second baseman Kill Vincent was nowhere near. Here's the 0-1 pitch off the pitcher's glove over to Vincent, who gathers and is able to throw over to first for the out.
That's a 1-4-3 put out, and it gets Ujimori to third base.
Yeah, just a soft liner that tipped right off the glove of pitcher Robert Clan, and unfortunately for Oilers, bounded right over to second baseman Cale Vinson, who was able to collect it and throw it over the out. So back to the top of the order we go. Owen McElpatrick steps in for his third at bat and sees his first strike of the game. Took bases on balls in both his first at bats on 4 pitches. So here in the bottom of the 5th inning, it is Michigan Monarchs 5, Oilers 0. The 0-1 pitch misses high. Michigan Monarchs picking up 4 runs in the top of the 1st inning, adding on another one in the top of the 2nd, but have gone scoreless since then. The Oilers with a threat here, though. A man on third, 2 outs, with Owen McElpatrick, the leadoff hitter, in the box, takes ball 2 high. So the count now, 2 balls, 1 strike on Owen McElpatrick, who has walked twice. There are 2 outs in the inning. Let's see what Owen gets here. Another ball. Oh, nope, that one drops in there for a called strike. That breaking ball is lethal from Robert Clan. So the count is 2-2 now on Owen McElpatrick, who grounds one to the shortstop, gathered, thrown over, and makes the play.
Outstanding
so that
play.
Will be a 6-3 put out. Vance to Thielman, and that'll do it for the Oilers. Another runner stranded in scoring position to end the 5th inning. They go on 1 hit, no runs, no errors, and 1 man left on base. The score is Monarchs 5, Oilers 0. You're listening to Peninsula Oilers Baseball on ESPN 1140 AM, 96.9 FM, and RadioKenai.com.
This week's money-saving specials from your hometown proud family at Country Foods.
Come in and get everything you need for your 4th of July celebration. Bone-in ribeye steaks are only $7.99 a pound. 73% lean ground beef is buy one, get one free. 1-pound packs of bar-ass jumbo freaks are $1.59, and 4-ounce lobster tails are only $6.99. Heinz grill packs are $9.99. Western Farms 8-count hot dog hamburger buns are $1.49, and 36-count Pepsi Club Pack products are $19.99. Produce has cherries for $1.99 a pound. Beef steak tomatoes are $1.69 a pound, and 4 packs of corn on the cob are only $3.
Country Foods on Willow Street in Keene.
Hello, this is Belinda with Gentle Dental. Are you looking for a brighter smile during this wedding season? Stop in for our professional grade to-go kits and whiten in the comfort of your own home. Don't lose track of time with our long summer days and get the dental
pitch count for.
Join
Clan,
our dental family.
For Clan, yeah.
Anxious? No worries. Our name says it all. Hablas español? Nosotros también.
Bob Bird, along with Nick Sorrell, the call to the bullpen from last inning was brought to you by Central Peninsula Hospital when our Oiler pitcher came in. Central Peninsula, go to their cpgh.org. Kershaw now in his 2nd inning of work. He gave up 1 hit. He did a very good job in that 5th inning.
Stepping in now for the Michigan Monarchs, Avery Thielman, first baseman. Number 26 looks at a ball off the plate. Thielman, see if I can get a height on him, because it's probably somewhere around 12.5 feet. He is huge. 1-0 pitch, a huge swing and a miss.
I want to comment on Cooper Vance's outstanding fielding at shortstop to end that inning, as he had to go low on his backhand and threw a BB to first base.
1-1 pitch misses low for ball number 2. Yeah, that was Vance's play there was very solid defensive play. The 2-1 pitch tapped, grounded to Ryson Ujimori, who gloves and throws over to first base. Ben Grimm for the first out of the game, or for the first out of the inning. It is the top of the 6th inning now. The game moving along fairly quickly after a laborious top of the first and second for Oilers starter Arnaud Mulamekic. The score is 5-0 Monarchs. 1-0 pitch is looped into right field and drops in front of the line for a single, and that was third baseman Tony Hatzigiorgio on that one. And that will go down as the 9th hit for the Monarchs today. And so with one out in the top of the 6th inning, the Monarchs have a runner on first base as they return to the top of the order to Jake Dresselhaus, who is looking to avoid the golden sombrero. 3 strikeouts to start the game for him. Looks at ball one, which skips away from the catcher, Ben Griffin. Runner coming around second. Ben Griffin not exactly hustling back to the screen to get that ball, but the runner does stay at second base. So a runner advancing to second.
Wild pitch. I think that bounced in, did it not?
It did. Bounced in as Jake Dressel ready to look at a 1-0 pitch. Kershaw checks the runner and deals. Misses off the outside part of the plate for ball 2. 2-0 count now on Jake Dresselhaus. Another ball in the dirt skips away from Ben Griffin and goes back to the screen, and that is going to put a Monarch at third base now with only 1 out in the inning.
2 wild pitches, and the ball bouncing in off the fingers of Kershaw.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the miscommunication is on these two. If you know something's coming in low, you should probably be ready for it. That is the expectation usually of your catcher. Count is 3-0 now on Jake Dresselhaus, who had the green light and swung and missed. That may have been just off the plate even, but also could have caught the corner a little bit. The count is now 3 balls and 1 strike on Jake Dresselhaus, who lifts one into right field that is going foul and does land just foul of the right field line. That one a dangerous ball for the Oilers, but fortunately lands foul and runs the count full on Jake Dresselhaus. I'm correct on that, right? 4 strikeouts is golden sombrero, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so already with the silver sombrero now. 2 strikeouts swinging, 1 looking. And Kershaw sets the payoff pitch. Lined into center field. That is going to drop, and that will bring in a run.
No golden sombrero for him, but a big fat RBI as it's now 6-0.
And that will put, yes, the Monarchs up yet another run. Every single one of these singles has been into shallow outfield with the exception of Silas Butler's double in the first inning. Stepping in for the Monarchs, Cale Vinson, who lifts one into right field. Should be easy pickings for right fielder Owen McElpatrick, who does catch it. Fires it back into second base to see if he can double the runner off, but Dresselhaus steps back in safely. So that's the 2nd out of the inning. Score is now Monarchs 6, Oilers 0. Monarchs with 6 runs on 9 hits. Oilers with no runs on 3 hits.
Make it 10, and that's counting that error that we don't think was.
Cooper Vance now in the box for the Monarchs. Looks at ball 1 low. Kershaw working quickly. Squaring to bunt is Cooper, and he bunts it foul. Goes down into the dirt and behind him off the bat. And that'll run the count to 1-1. So there are 2 outs now. In the top of the 6th inning, the Monarchs have pushed another run across. Cooper Vance in the box. Cale Vinson, the runner, Jake Dresselhaus, the runner on first base. The 1-1 pitch is a called strike on the bottom part of the zone. A breaking ball from Connor Kershaw. And the count is 1-2. Runner goes, Grounded sharply to Theo Forche, who gloves and tosses across the diamond to Ben Grimm for the out. That'll do it for the Monarchs, who do get another run and push their lead to 6-0 over the Oilers in the top of the 6th inning. They do it on 2 hits, no runs, 2 hits, 1 run, no errors, and they leave 1 man on base. You're listening to Peninsula Oilers baseball on ESPN 1140 AM, 96.9 FM, and RadioKenai.com.
Talking with Evan here with Team on Fields. A lot of you can also do commercial property as well, right?
Yes, we can. We have multiple commercial properties. No job is too large for Steam on Fields.
Licensed and insured, correct?
Yes, we are.
I would imagine that's an important thing when it comes to fallen trees around very important objects.
Yes, it's important. And we take extreme pride in our work, and especially in our business. Our quality of work speaks for itself.
Call Steam on Wheels, 262-3240.
Cars sound like a flock of honking geese? Worry no more, because Dan's Automotive is here to save the day. Located on the Sterling Highway right next to Napa Auto Parts, Dan's Automotive is your one-stop shop for all things car-related. Whether you need a tune-up, an oil change, or a friendly chat about your engine's dreams and aspirations, Dan's Automotive has got you covered. Their phone number is as easy to remember as a clown riding a unicycle while juggling rubber chickens. Just call 907-420-0416.
We're back with Oilers baseball. Oilers hosting the Michigan Monarchs, a non-conference game. The Monarchs hailing from Lake Erie, Michigan, coming to play a couple games with us, and they have not played nicely so far. They have run up the score to 6-0 against the Oilers as we go into the bottom half of the 6th inning. Almost all of the hits, save 1 from the Monarchs, have been weak singles into shallow outfield.
Well, I don't think they were weak. I'll differ with you on that one, Nick. They were well-placed singles. It's the biggest hit though was the double in that first inning, and that one went all the way to the wall. So.
It was, yeah. That one brought 1 more run in, and so.
Got a new pitcher on the hill. This call to the bullpen brought
to
you by Central Peninsula Hospital. They believe in providing better access to local primary care and specialty services. It's central to their mission. Visit them at cpgh.org. Central Peninsula Hospital. On the hill right now is number 44. I'll get the line on Clan, and you can go ahead and tell us who our new pitcher is.
Nolan Higgins is going to be the new pitcher for the Monarchs, a right-hander. So we're going to stick with the same side arm going from Clan. First pitch to Drewby Pinkston, taken for a ball high. He squared around to bunt, but did pull back in time.
Clan went 5 complete innings. He gave up just 3 hits, no runs, walked 2, and struck out 3.
1-0 pitch to Drewby Pinkston, misses outside for ball 2.
Check that, he struck out 2.
See if we can get a pitch count on Clan in just a second, but the 2-0 pitch taken for a called strike. Pinkston looked like he was squaring around to bunt there again.
Pitch count brought to you by Everybody Rides a Gun. If you're looking for a used vehicle, well, we'll tell you more.
2-1 pitch looped into left field, but foul.
Pitch count, if you've got no credit or bad credit, it's no problem. At Everybody Rides Again, your job plus a small down payment is all you need. Go to the corner at K Beach and Poppy Lane and call them up at 260-3053. 260-3053.
Count now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Drewby Pinkston, who flips a foul ball back up and over the screen. That foul ball brought to you by Walden Brothers. They can customize just about anything but specialize in clothing, t-shirts, crops, tanks, and more. Visit waldenbrothers.store or call them at 907-394-5510. The count is 2 balls and 2 strikes on Drewby Pinkston. There are no outs. The 2-2 pitch is grounded toward the third baseman, Hatse Giorgio, who gathers and throws to first for the out.
And on the pitch count for Robert Clan, 82 pitches.
82 pitches. Pitched very efficiently. And so the Oilers have 1 away in the bottom of the 6th inning. You hate to say it's desperation time, but with only 11 outs to go, the Oilers trail the Monarchs by 6, and they're going to need to get some runners on base and bring in some runners in. The 0-0 pitch to the number 3 hitter, Ben Griffin, is low and outside for a ball. So that'll start him off at 1-0. Griffin flew out to left field and popped out to right field in his first 2 at-bats. Looks at a ball low for ball 2. Batting in the power spot, did collect a home run last week against the Anchorage Bucks. Chops one to the shortstop, Vance, who gloves easily and throws over to Thielman at first for the out. And so that will be the second out of the inning for the Oilers. The score here in the bottom of the 6th inning is Michigan Monarchs 6, Oilers 0.
The Oilers had their best chance in the 3rd inning. They had runners on 2nd and 3rd, could not deliver. And they had a runner on 3rd last inning and could not deliver the hit. That's been the story of the Oilers this week.
Up now for the Oilers, Nick Castillo, who grounded out to the first baseman his first at bat. Looks at a called strike on the outside part of the plate. Breaking ball, which looks a whole lot like the pitch that froze him up for a called strikeout, for a punch out in the bottom of the 4th inning for his second at bat. High and outside for ball 1. The catcher, Salinas, having to reach up and grab that one. So Nick Castillo looking here at a 1-1 count. Called strike at the knees. And so just like that, the Oilers are down to their last strike here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The new pitcher for the Monarchs, Nolan Higgins, gets the sign and deals. Swing and a miss. That will send Nick Castillo down on strikes. The Oilers again go out of the inning with a whimper. 3 straight outs. They collect no runs on no hits and no errors. No men left on base. The score here after 6 innings complete is the Michigan Monarchs 6 and the Oilers 0. You're listening to Peninsula Oilers Baseball on ESPN 1140 AM, 96.9 FM, and RadioKenai.com.
Double your money, double your fun, double your chin. Wait, what? Nothing like staring at a screen all day to accentuate that little extra something under there. But don't dismay. In Peninsula Surgical Aesthetics, Dr. Alvarez can perform a quick, nearly painless office procedure which will permanently remove that stubborn fat under your chin. Consultations are complimentary. Call 907-235-1010 and learn how Pickle Liposuction can give you back that nice, sleek profile. One chin really is plenty.
If you've been involved in an accident or had a catastrophic injury, negotiating with insurance companies on your own is fraught. Insurance companies want to maximize their profits, and that means minimizing a fair and just resolution to you. They don't want to pay for your medical bill. They don't want to pay for your law fee. They don't want to pay and suffer. Expert insurance negotiators and adjusters will try to minimize your claim at every turn. It's important to have an attorney to get the recovery that you deserve. At Air Files Rentally, we can help you get that fair and true value.
Bob Bird and Nick Castillo back here as we go to the Monarchs half of the 7th inning. Monarchs 6 runs. I give them 10 hits, no errors. And the Oilers, no runs, 3 hits, and I give them no errors. As the Monarchs bring batter 4, 5, and 6 to the plate. They 4, 5, and 6. Zach Salinas is singled twice with 2 RBIs. He's 2 for 3. Left-hander takes outside, and the count is 1-1. Salinas singled in that first inning where the Monarchs had 4 straight singles. Here's a swing and a big cut, and it's 1-2. They had 4 straight singles and a double, and with a pass ball, scored 4. They got another run in the 2nd and a run in the 6th. That's outside, and it's 2-2. The big left-hander is the catcher, batting .286, and he's got 7 RBIs as the running count goes. And that's out low and away, and it's a full count. Kershaw on the hill for the Oilers, the right-hander. trying to retrieve and wait for the bats to come alive, and that is ball 4, just missed outside, and Salinas will take an opening walk here in the top of the 7th. TJ Kayla is the batter. He's 1 for 3, singled in that first inning with an RBI, playing left field, batting .300. He's a right-handed hitter, and the first pitch to him is inside for ball 1. Oilers have Forche, Elko, and Ujimori, and Grimm, the infield third to first, with Pinkston, Castillo, McElpatrick, the outfield left, center, and right. Here's a foul ball to you by the Walden brothers at 394-5510. They'll customize T-shirts and tanks. Ball 1, strike 1 to TJ Kayla. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Low, and it goes to 2-1. So Salinas had an opening walk. Ball 2, strike 1 to Kayla. And that's low and away, and it's a 3-1 count. Kershaw ground his way through the last 2 innings. Not perfectly, but he got through. Allowed 1 run, I guess, in that 6th inning. Here's the pitch. Fly ball center field. It's got hang time. Moving over is Castillo. He's got it. And it's F9 for the first out here in the top of the 7th.
And runner remaining at first, so that's a good thing. Trying to keep those runners out of scoring position.
Monarchs 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. They have stranded 7. The Oilers have 3 hits, and they have left 4. Here's the pitch, and it's low to Silas Butler, who doubled, the big booming hit of the game so far. And he drove in a run with it. He's also walked and singled, so he's got a perfect day. Next pitch is dirty, and Griffin has to struggle to keep it in front of him, and he does. And it's ball 2. Butler plays right field, bats .324. Runner at first base, 1 out here in the top of 7. Here's the pitch. Ground ball foul down the third base line.
Yeah, Butler also making that astounding diving catch in foul territory there in right field.
Well, that was the play of the years that we've seen. Of course, it's a week's worth of baseball. Here's the 2-1 pitch. He left his feet. He was completely horizontal when he made that catch.
And about 1.5 feet off the ground, too. I mean, just a flying leap. The first baseman, Thielman, had peeled off there at the last second, and I think Butler thought he was going to.
Inside, we got a full count.
I think Butler thought, even though he was sprinting in, that Thielman was going to make that catch. So he not only made an amazing catch, but made an amazing reaction.
Full count, 1 on, 1 out. Here's the stretch by Kershaw and the pitch. Ground ball, it's a chopper. The third baseman's going to get him at second. They'll try to relay it. Don't do that, boys. It was way off the bag and a nice block there by Grimm. But we saw that come back to haunt us last week. When you've got the easy out at second, don't try to be a miracle man.
Yeah, that was a perhaps ill-advised attempt there.
5-4, though, force out at second base, and that's going to give a fielder's choice to Butler. And the batter is J.J. Arbini. And he's drawn a blank. He flied to right, struck out, and lined to second. The DH bats from the right-hand side, batting 100.
One of the only hitters here for the Monarchs to not participate.
And he'll take low, and the count is 1-1.
Not participate in the hit show so far.
That's not hard to check. You got that score sheet in front of you, Nick. It's a good one, too. I really like that score sheet. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's a tap foul down the third base line. It's big. It's lots of room, and you just flip it over from one. The only thing that you can't do is easily scan the defensive team's offense without turning it over. Here's the next pitch, low and away.
You know, and now that I'm thinking about it, since you're mentioning it, I've probably been filling this out incorrectly. I probably should have the defensive formation for the other team up above here so that I can scan that.
Well, you've got that right in front of you anyway. So, ball 2, strike 2. Here's the pitch. It's fouled off to the right, just to let our listeners know what we're talking about. When you're doing a play-by-play, you want to have the infield defense set up in front of you. It's right up against our plexiglass window here. You can also put it down in a scorebook. Ball 2, strike 2. 1 on, 2 outs. And here's the pitch to Arbini. Completes his swing. Might have been in the dirt, but he's heading for the dugout. And a strikeout for Kershaw, who once again comes through pretty good here. No runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, and 1 man left. It's time for the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by the Coffee Express, with 3 locations to choose from. 2 in Kenai at both ends of town, and 1 in the Saldana at the Y. If you love a great cup of coffee, then you'll love Coffee Express. They serve Red Bull specials, teas, smoothies, and Italian sodas. Coffee Express at 2 in Kenai and at the Y in Soldotna. All right, we'll send it back to Caleb at the studio at the end of 6 1/2. It's the Monarchs 6 and the Oilers nothing. This is Oilers baseball on ESPN.
If you enjoy great sound in your home, check out all of this sale.
You have to speak up, Caleb.
They have an expert who can assist.
I'm having a hard time hearing what you're saying, Caleb. You're real quiet.
Music in your home.
Are you guys having any rain there yet? Is it raining?
No. How about at the studio?
Highway, open
It
Tuesdays
is
through
raining
Saturdays,
here
10
a
to
bit.
6. People here are enjoying their coffee. They're reading articles and checking email. One person here is thinking about a patient that would benefit from innovative treatments for their spine injury. Another about how to deliver even faster life-saving stroke care. Here is Central Peninsula Hospital, where dedicated experts are on the front lines of medicine. Central Peninsula Hospital.
44, see the same pitcher of last inning?
Yep, Higgins.
Okay. We're back here in the Oilers 7th. We need a knockdown, drag-out, Class AAA, 5-star blue ribbon, no doubt about it, rally to get back in this ball game. As the Monarchs have 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. The Oilers, no runs, 3 hits, no errors. Oilers have stranded 5, and the Monarchs have left, I believe, 6 on base. Here's the ball 1 pitched, and here's a high fly ball to center field, very shallow. Center fielder coming on and makes the play. Dresselhaus will retire for Shea here in the 7th inning. F8. Mike Elko coming to the plate. He's got one of the 3 Oiler hits. He's also got a stolen base. He grounded to second in the 4th inning. Shortstop leads the Oilers in RBIs. Left-handed hitter, and here's the pitch to him, and it's low for ball 1.
He came out first pitch swinging both times he was up as well. Elko, we mentioned this once, but this is just a fascinating little detail. His father is the head coach for Duke football.
Here's the ball 1 pitch, strike at the knees, and it's 1-1.
And he plays college for Northwestern. So I'm curious to see how that family dynamic has ended up playing out.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Strike. Beautiful breaking pitch. Probably a slider, and it's 1-2. Elko playing shortstop for the Oilers. Here's the windup and the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop, and it's picked up by Vance. Makes a routine play, and it's 6-3. Put out and 2 dead.
Yeah, Vance really showing some prowess at the shortstop position there for the Monarchs. That play, not an easy play, but he made that look very easy.
Bryson Ujimori coming to the plate. He also has one of 3 Oiler hits, and he's got a stolen base to boot. Struck out in the second, singled in the 5th. Here's the pitch to him, and it bounced and hit him. Caught him in the foot, I think. A painless HP, and he'll get on base. HBP in some scorebooks, hit by a pitch. And that's going to bring up the number 8 hitter, Ben Grimm. He's flied twice to left field. Playing first base, batting .214 with 1 RBI. Edging off of first is Ujimori. I think he's going to go.
Yeah, he already has 1 steal this game.
Here's the first pitch. It's high and away, and it pops out of the catcher's glove, almost as if his glove is not broken in. Popped right out.
Ujimori rolling his head to the side, disappointed with himself because he was retreating back to first base and did not see that pitch come out of the
Not a big lead
glove.
at first. Here's the next pitch. It's outside for ball 2. Well, it's a 2-0 count, 2 outs. Good call for a hit and run. Let's find out. Ball 2, no strikes. Here's the pitch, right down Broadway, and it's 2-1.
Well, there's 2 outs, which if the Oilers are consistent with what we've experienced so far, this should be the magic time, right?
Ball 2, strike 1. Let's see if he goes. Here's the stretch. And he does not. Here's a hot shot line drive right into the bleachers on the right field side, and it's 2-2.
Fans diving out of the way to avoid getting hit by that one.
Way ahead of the pitch, Ben Grimm.
That foul ball brought to you by Walden Brothers. Specialized clothing, T-shirts, and tanks. Call them at 907-394-5510.
Throw to first. He's back in time. Ball 2, strike 2 to Ben Grimm, left-hander on right-handed pitcher. Straighten out that line drive, Ben. Here's the 2-2, way outside, and it's a full count.
Might just have a little something to work with here if we can get a 4-pitch walk as Nolan Higgins is starting to struggle with his command.
Ball 3, strike 2. They're not guarding him at first with 2 outs and a 3-2 count. And there he goes. Here's the pitch. It's fouled right into the umpire, and it's still a full count.
Obviously, 3-2 count with 2 outs. Runners on base are just going every single pitch. But I'm surprised. They're not even first baseman Thielman. He's 7 feet away from Ryson over there at first base.
Full count, and the stretch by Higgins. There's a foul ball right back to the backstop. Again, they're going to reload. The Monarchs have Hudson Giorgio at third, Vance at short, Vincent at second, Thielman at first with Kayla, Dresselhaus, and Butler, the outfield left, center, and right. A battery now of Higgins and Salinas. Ball 3, strike 2. Here's the pitch. Slow. And that will extend the inning. 2 men on by a hit by a pitch, and now a walk, and it's going to bring up Brent Wilkinson.
It was a very effective, good at bat by Ben Grimm right there, working that full count walk.
Wilkinson is 0 for 2. He grounded to the pitcher, and then he grounded to the pitcher who tipped the ball to the second baseman. And so it was a 1-4-3 put out. Here's the pitch with 2 men on. Gets away, and it's going to advance both runners. This is the closest we've gotten. Runners on second and third. There's 2 outs and a wild pitch here.
Saw 2 runners in scoring position.
Well, the Oilers' pattern has been unable, and this has been, the critical parts of our games last week and the one-run losses to the Bucks, just like this. All we need is a single. Come on, Brent. Here's the pitch. Pops it up. Going to be a chance here for the first baseman. They cannot get there. And the pitcher was in on the mix, and he got his gut into the Oiler fence at the dugout.
Hustled over there. Honestly, if I'm a coach for the Monarchs here or a pitching coach, I'm probably having a conversation with Higgins, especially if he's one of my regular pitchers.
Yeah, but he's a pitcher. He's thinking shutout, even though it's a team effort maybe.
Yeah, that is true.
We got a 1-1 count. There's a black cloud over left field. And Brent Wilkinson has a chance here to drive in two. And what a consolation that would be. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball to the 5.5 hole. It's going to score a run. He's going to beat this one out. And it bounces in. We're going to get another runner coming into the plate. And Wilkinson will get one RBI and an error on the throw by the third baseman. And it's 6-2. And Nick, go ahead.
Oh, just perfectly placed ground ball right there in between third base and shortstop. Third base doesn't quite get to it. Vance able to get over to it. The error here, in my mind, is obviously going to be on the first baseman who couldn't dig the throw. Oh, you're saying
no, if it bounces in, it's the error on the...
Okay, error on Vance. An ill-advised throw to first base. It's pretty clear that Wilkinson was going to make it there safely.
So two runs are in on that single. He'll get one RBI, and now the batter is McElpatrick. And there was a good way to get something burning here. So the Oilers now with 2 runs on 4 hits, and the Monarchs with an error. There's the stretch. Runner on first. We're not done yet, and that's low.
See if Wilkinson gets a steal sign here.
Heck yes, I think at this point you might as well just nip away at it. Ball 1, strike. I don't know what his speed is. DHing today. Ball 1, strike 1. Here's the pitch to McElpatrick. Checks his swing. He went. And it's 1-2.
Good to see the Oilers working that 2-out magic yet again.
Yeah, there's 2 outs and nobody on. Here's the stretch by Higgins and the pitch. Ooh, he was walking off the hill, and I don't blame him. But it's low for 2-2.
It's hard to see sometimes with those fastballs when they dial them up and they reach back and throw really hard. A low fastball can look very much like a strike at the bottom part of the zone.
Here's the stretch and the pitch. Low and leaning towards second base and getting back in a hurry was Wilkinson as the catcher. Salinas had trouble handling that one. It's a full count now. Ball 3, strike 2. Here's the stretch and the pitch. It's ball 4. Now that's going to bring the proximate run to the plate. Now the proximate run is the run that gets you within 1 run. So McElpatrick draws a walk and puts runners on first and second. 2 runs are in. And the batter is going to be Drewby Pinkston. He's 1 for 3. He flied out to center in the first, singled in the third, and grounded to third in the 6th. Pinkston bats from the left-hand side, takes one right down the middle, and it's strike 1.
McElpatrick really helping the OBP today, the on-base percentage, with 3 walks.
Here's the stretch by Higgins. Checks the runner at second. He's dancing, and the pitch is low and away, and it's 1-1.
All of this happening here. 2 outs, hit by pitch, base on balls, single, base on balls.
Here's the stretch by Higgins and the pitch. And it's a fly ball left field. Stay fair, baby. It is. It's going to wheel in 1 run. And no, he's saying it's foul. All right, I'll tell you what deceived me, Nick, is that there are parallel faded parts of the grass, and I was looking at that as the foul line, and it was about 1 foot foul, I believe.
Just to the left of the line. Yeah, I see exactly what you're talking about. It looks like the lawnmower line running adjacent 2.
it's perfectly parallel.
Yeah.
It's 1-2 to Drewby. Here's the pitch. Low and in the dirt. And it's 2-2.
Big moment for Drewby Pinkston right here. A double would bring in 2, hopefully.
Hopefully. Ball 2, strike 2. Here's the stretch in the pitch. Low, and it's a full count.
Another full count now for Higgins. What do you think? I think if he walks him, I'm predicting a pitching change.
Could be. There's nobody warming up in the Monarch bullpen that I can see, unless somebody's already warmed up. Here's the full count pitch. It's outside. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings the tying run to the plate. The bases are loaded. We've got Wilkinson at third, McElpatrick at second, and Pinkston on first. And here is Ben Griffin. And there will be a huddle at the mound. And let's see if the Monarchs get some arms going in the bullpen right now. I won't be able to pick up the numbers very well, Nick, simply because we are without binoculars today. So it's really all of this after 2 outs. Now, Nick, I'm going to tell you. No, I won't. I'll jinx it. All right. But the Oilers started all of this with a hit by a pitch to Ujimori. Grimm walked. Wilkinson singled and knocked in 2 runs, one of them unearned, as there was a 5-3 throwing error that got Wilkinson to second.
Yeah, again,
all right.
That was looks like we're just going to have a conference.
Just having a conference right now. I still don't. There is somebody up now in the bullpen. Maybe. But here comes Ben Griffin. Don't try to put the lights out here, Ben. Just bring in some runs. The bases are loaded. 2 runs are in. We're trailing 6-2. But this game is a long ways from over. Here's a line drive, center field. The center fielder's got it measured, and he brings it in. It was a good one to hit. He got plenty of juice on it. And Dresselhaus brings it in, and that will cool the Oilers Jets here in the 7th. But in the inning, they got 2 runs, 1 hit, a hit batter, 3 walks, and 1 error. Now at the end, and there were 3 men left. At the end of 7, the score is the Monarchs 6, the Oilers 2. This is Oilers Baseball on ESPN.
From Seward to Homer, Hot Rocks Asphalt Paving is available for your job. If you need to get a project paved this summer, call Hot Rocks Asphalt Paving at 907-420-4729. Todd has over 20 years of construction experience and will ensure your job is done to the highest level possible. Whether you need a driveway, a parking pad, a sidewalk, or a parking lot paved, or just need repairs to your current asphalt, Hot Rocks Asphalt Paving can do it. Call 907-420-4729 or find them on Facebook. Hot Rocks Asphalt Paving.
In Kasilov and craving convenience? Look no further than TJ Seggies. Fuel up with quality gas. Stock up on groceries from 6 a.m. to midnight and grab your favorite drinks from the liquor store from 8 a.m. to midnight. Oh, did we mention they've got fishing licenses too? Whether it's for those grocery items or a relaxing evening, TJ Seggies has you covered. And the best part, their friendly staff always greets you with a smile. So swing by TJ Seggies today and experience top-notch service and a one-stop shop for all your needs this summer.
Welcome back to Peninsula Oilers baseball. We move into the top half of the 8th inning. The visiting Michigan Monarchs currently leading the Oilers 6-2. Oilers did bring 2 runs across the plate in the bottom of the 7th. Those courtesy of a hit by Brent Wilkinson, the DH. The second run came on an error by Monarchs shortstop Vance. Cooper Vance made an ill-advised throw over to first. Back to the mound now for the Oilers is Connor Kershaw, who has pitched well thus far. believe he's not allowed to run since he came into the game, but stepping in is Avery Thielman, the monstrous first baseman, number 26 for the Monarchs. First pitch, called strike whether he went around or not. Thielman holding up his swing, maybe, but it doesn't matter. And the count is 0-1. Kershaw drops in a nasty curveball for strike 2, and just like that, Thielman finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Took a base on balls his first time up and came around to score. Nope, did not come around to score, just took a walk. Struck out looking his second time up, and grounded out to the second baseman his third time up. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Lined into right field, but Castillo is right there to gather it for the first out of the inning. The Oilers outfielders finally scooting in just a little bit so that they can get to these shallow singles that have been dropping in all over for the Monarchs. And so that'll go down as an F8. First out of the inning. Stepping in for the Monarchs is Tony Hatzigiorgio, one of those two, who swings and taps the first pitch foul back toward the screen for strike 1. Next pitch is lifted, foul, first baseman running over, slides. That is Ben Grimm, who cannot quite get underneath it. There's a warning track, a gravel dirt warning track that does not just run around the edge of the outfield, but actually runs up the infield fences and runs around the entire field. Wilkinson sliding into that dirt. The 0-2 pitch now to Hatzigiorgio, misses low for ball 1. If you watch a lot of major league games, you'll usually see some kind of warning track running all the way around the field, but this one here at Oiler Park is deep all the way around. It's a good warning track. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Tap just foul yet again back toward the screen. Hatzigiorgio stays alive. His first time up, he struck out swinging. Second time, he grounded out to the shortstop, Michael Elko, and in his last at bat, he singled. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. That'll send Hatzigiorgio down on a punch out. And that will be Connor Kershaw's 1-2 second strikeout of the game. And that'll be the second out. The score again is the Michigan Monarchs 6, the Peninsula Oilers 2, here in the top of the 8th. 2 outs for the Monarchs as Jake Dresselhaus steps in again, got himself a single last time, and he looks at ball 1 off the outside part of the plate. 1-0 pitch, just misses the outside of the plate, and that'll be 2 balls and no strikes on Jake Dresselhaus, who is the center fielder for the Monarchs and has struck out 3 times. 2-0 pitch is fouled back to the screen.
And the Waldron brothers bring you that one. They'll customize your T-shirts at 394-5510. Glad to go right back to work after this. Get this last guy out for us, Nick.
That's right. 2-1 pitch misses low, gets away from Ben Griffin, but of no consequence, really. There are no runners on base, and that'll run the count to 3-1.
Boy, the Oilers bugaboo has been leaving men on base with high anticipation in this last week of games.
Leaving several on today. 3-1 pitch. Inside for ball 4. So that'll put a runner on for the Monarchs with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. The Monarchs with 6 runs on 10 hits. They've committed 1 error. The Oilers with 2 runs on 4 hits. They've also committed an error. Coming up to bat for the Monarchs, Cale Vinson takes a strike on the outside part of the plate. Vinson, number 10, the second baseman. Runner on first, Jake Dresselhaus. 1-0 pitch, another called strike on the outside part of the plate, and just like that, Vinson is in an 0-2 hole. Kershaw gets the sign, looks in, runner goes, pitches down, blocked by Ben Griffin. But that will put a runner on second as Jake Dresselhaus steals second base. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. That'll put the third out back in the dugout. Cale Vinson strikes out swinging. So that'll take us to the bottom half of the 8th inning, where we will be back to the top of the order for, I'm sorry, not the top of the order. We will see Nick Castillo, Theo Forche, and Michael Elko coming up for the Oilers. The Monarchs get no runs on no hits, no errors, and they leave one man on base. The score is Monarchs 6, Oilers 2. You're listening to Peninsula Oilers Baseball on ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, and RadioKenai.com.
Yeah, we're getting some rain here now, Caleb. It's really light.
Offering products like cough and cold,
Well,
pain
our
relievers,
game's
and
almost
first aid
done.
products. All great items to have at home and on the go. Be sure to take advantage of Soldado Professional Pharmacy's MedSeek program to help organize your busy schedule. They also offer convenient delivery routes available from Cooper Landing all the way to Homer. Just call Soldado Professional Pharmacy staff to have your medication delivered to your door monthly. Soldado Professional Pharmacy.
Looking for a place in Kenai that serves breakfast all day? Good news. Now open in Kenai. It's the Brunch Bar, where you can get breakfast served all day long. Be sure and try their mimosa flights or one of their specialty drinks to make your meal anything but ordinary. The Brunch Bar is open Monday through Thursday until 7 p.m. and Friday and Saturday till 9 p.m. And they'll have dinner specials during those nights with live entertainment for your enjoyment. The Brunch Bar is located on Willow Street in Kenai and look forward to serving you.
Tommy Dorsey's Opus 1 brings us back here to the Oiler 8th. The Monarchs 6 runs, 9 hits if you don't count an error that is questionable. But they have 1 error to their credit. They've left 8 men on base. The Oilers 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error, which I don't count because the ball went underneath the pitcher, the shortstop's glove. He never touched it. He dove for it even, and it was a good effort. He was within reach, but it didn't touch him. And it's ball 1 to the leadoff hitter, Nick Castillo. And Nick's overdue. Here's the pitch. It's ball 2. Nick is 0 for 3. He grounded first to the pitcher covering and struck out twice. And he also is a story of bases loaded and a chance to win a game and unable to come through last week. And it's ball 3. Ball 3, no strikes to Nick Castillo, center fielder, batting over 400. He shows bunt. They give him chin music instead, and we got the leadoff runner on first. Let's do something with this, guys. None of this 2-out business with rallies. Here comes Theo Forche. He's also not having a good day. He's 0 for 3, fly to center, and he also grounded to first with the pitcher covering and fly to center again. 267 hitter playing third base. Bats from the left-hand side. We got a leadoff runner on first. Let's see what they do with him. The first pitch is a beauty, and it's on the outside corner at the belt. And it's 0-1. Higgins on the hill here. A right-hander in relief of Robert Clan, who was absolutely magnificent for the Monarchs. He also looked good defensively. Righty on lefty, and it's a little tap. It goes off his foot, and it's foul, and it's 0-2.
I can't imagine that Higgins has too many more batters left to go on his leash here with 4 walks in the last 6 batters.
Well, he's way ahead here, 0-2. But we have seen a lot of full counts in this homestand. 0-2 the count. Castillo at first base. Here's the stretch in the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's a foul tip. No, he's saying it's a strike. And, of course, it went into the ground, but with a runner on first, you do not need to tag the runner or throw him out at first. So it's a K. At first I thought it might have been foul tip. Okay? So the rule is, if there's nobody on first, yes, you've got to tag out the man on a drop third strike. And here comes Mike Elko. Elko, 1 for 3. And the ball goes in low. I'm not sure if that bounced in or came in and out of the catcher's glove. Your call there.
I say pass ball. It went off the edge of his mitt.
All right.
is a catchable ball for sure.
Pass ball will get a runner in scoring position for the Oilers. Nick, go ahead.
Yeah, Theo Forche striking out that last at bat. Just a lot of quality batters not getting good.
I think you're right, but here's Elko, who is, you would look at his batting average, batting $1.59, but he's a quality at batter. He's got 12 RBIs leading the team, and he led the league until yesterday.
And the single he dropped into left field in the first inning was a great hit.
We can use it. Here's the pitch. It's low, and it's 3-0. And you're correct about the walk situation with Higgins, but there's no action at all in the Monarch bullpen with a 6-2 lead here in the bottom of the 8th with 1 out. Here's the stretch. And the 3-0 way outside, and we'll put runners on first and second with 1 out. And it'll be the infield fly rule in effect.
Yeah, Higgins with just he's got one of those what's the leash that like extends out? He's got one of those extendo leashes, man.
Ujimori coming to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He got hit by a pitch with 2 outs in the last inning, came around to score. We've seen his ability to get hits. There's a ball that goes into the backstop. And this ball game is a long ways from being over right now, Nick. We got runners on second and third with only 1 out.
Oh, yeah, and
I think that's a wild pitch. What do you think?
That's what I think, too.
Okay.
Elko, you talk about like advanced statistics, right? Sabermetrics, things like that. And when you look at a guy that has a low batting average and a lot of RBIs like that, perhaps you're looking at somebody that's has that. I'll come back to it after this pitch.
Here's the pitch to Ujimori right down the middle, and it's 1-1.
The batting average on balls in play, BABIP. You've heard of that one? That's the one that measures. I'll wait here.
Okay, here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss. That one was impossible to hit. It was high and inside.
Yeah.
Okay, and it goes to 1-2. Go ahead, Dick.
But, the batting average on balls in play just says, is this hitter getting a lot of breaks on balls that are in play that should be outs?
Here's 1-2 pitch. It's high, 2-2.
Or is this a hitter that's hitting a lot of balls in play that, could be hits, but, they're just not quite in the right territory to fall in?
Ball 2, strike 2 to Ujimori. We want a hit here. Come on, there's a big gap in right center. Here's the pitch, swing way behind it. And Ujimori fans. And that's going to bring up Ben Grimm, who walked and scored a run in the last inning.
Ujimori, I think eyes were a little big on that one. He was just really wanting that hit and swinging at some bad pitches.
Number 10, Ben Grimm takes a strike for strike 1. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. We need a single. Higgins going to a full windup now. Here's the pitch. And it's a line drive into right field, and it's caught. He got good wood on it, but Butler got the jump and caught it on the backhand on the run. And that will retire the side on an F9. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 men left on base. At the end of 8 complete inning, we'll go to the ninth. And the score is the Lake Erie Monarchs 6, the Oilers 2. This is Oilers Baseball on ESPN 1140, 96.9 FM, and RadioKenai.com.
Denali Family Dentistry welcomes Dr. Caitlin Steinbeck, the newest member of their team. Born and raised right here in Kenai, she brings her passion for dentistry and care to the Kenai Peninsula. With a dental surgery degree from the esteemed University of Washington, she's ready to make a positive impact on your smile. Tailoring treatment plans to ensure you receive the personalized care you deserve, from routine checkups and preventative care to restorative and cosmetic procedures. She'll help you achieve a healthy and beautiful smile. Experience the difference. 907-283-0503. Denali Family Dentistry, where your smile is their top priority.
If your trash service business isn't with Alaska Waste, you may be spending more money than Alaska Waste at 907-283-9390 now to discuss options to help you save money on trash service. Alaska Waste offers short-term and annual services. And with so many trucks and to worry about your trash flowing with Alaska Waste. Call now to discuss your options. 283-9390. One call can save you money. Alaska Waste.
Kershaw's still on the hill.
Yeah, why not?
Bob Bird and Nick Sorrell as we go to the ninth inning. The Monarchs, 6 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. The Oilers, 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors. Monarchs have stranded 8, and the Oilers have done about the same here. Let's see here. That's 6. We've left 9 men on base. And the Monarchs will start out with Vance, Salinas, and Caleb. Batters 3, 4, and 5. And the first pitch by Kershaw. He waves his way through it. Strike 1. As we are in the 9th inning, and the Oilers leaving runners stranded in scoring position has been the bugaboo here this week.
6 of those 9 runners left on base tonight were in scoring position.
Here's the next pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. He gets a Sunday bounce, and it's an easy 6-3 put out for Elko. And it's 1 dead here in the 9th. Sunday bounce, an old baseball term. You know the word, if you wanted a chocolate sundae, Sundae, that was done in order to, in a culture that had a respectful deference to the Lord's Day. Here's the pitch to the next batter. Swing and a miss to Zach Salinas. He's had a good day. He's 2 for 3. Single, RBI, run scored, single and an RBI. He's grounded to the second baseman, and he has walked and was put out on a force.
Fouls that one out of play. Foul ball brought to you by Walden Brothers. They can customize just about anything but specialize in clothing, T-shirts, crops, tanks, and more. Call them today at 907-394-5510.
There's the 0-2 pitch, fouled. Monarchs got 4 in the first, 1 in the second, and 1 in the 6th. The Oilers got both their runs in the bottom of the 7th after 2 outs and nobody on.
Yeah, that first inning was kind of just a disaster start.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball to second baseman. Should be routine. And he boots it. Oh, my. And sometimes you've got to charge that ball a little bit. I've been noticing that about Ujimori. He lets the ball come to him. And that's not the way I played second base. But, of course, I've got nothing to teach him.
No, that is categorically not how you play ground balls at second base. If you can move in on them, you want to move in on them. The only exception really being if you're dealing with an in-between hop and you're making the decision to step back. But if you've got the time to move in, you should be sliding in.
E4, we didn't need that. And the first pitch to the next batter is low and away to TJ Kayla. He's 1 for 4. Single, scored a run. Had an RBI in that first inning. Here's the next pitch to him. It's popped up. It's going to go out of play. He struck out looking in the second, grounded to short in the 5th, and flew to right in the 7th.
Yeah, with Ujimori over there, we call that letting the ball play you rather than you playing the ball.
Next pitch is low, and it's 1-1. Ball 2, strike 1, my count. And there's a line drive base hit, and that's going to be scary right now. Fielding it now is Castillo with runners on first and second, 1 out. And that's Kayla's second hit. He's 2 for 5 on the day. Brings Salinas to second base. And Butler, probably the one person who has something other than a single in this game on either team. A booming double, scoring 1 run in the first inning. He has walked in the 3rd, singled in the 5th, and hit into a fielder's choice in the 7th. Infield fly rule is in effect. Here's the first pitch, and it's low for ball 1.
Yeah, I think the Monarchs must have gone to the Ichiro Suzuki school of hitting with just a train of singles on the score sheet here.
Oilers have cleared out their bullpen, so Connor Kershaw is going to have to do this one on his own, and that's outside for ball 2. It's not shaping up good right now.
Butler, not the guy you want in the box right now.
Ball 2, no strikes. Here's the stretch. Looks at second base and the pitch. Low, ball 3. I would give Salinas a green light. Excuse me, I would give Butler a green light. Silas Butler. 3-0, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got that green. That's 3-1.
That's why I'm usually against the 3-0 green lights, just because tempts guys into those kinds of swings off the plate.
And here's the 3-1 pitch. He'll take a walk. And now that error coming back to really bite the Oilers as the bases are loaded.
Yeah, not already heading into the bottom frame in the 9th here, hopefully soon. Down by 4. I mean, you're going into the end of the game with a prayer, your best shot. And
Oilers
go ahead.
Oilers have a huddle on the hill right now, and we're going to call this a call to the bullpen, even though there's nobody in the bullpen. But the Central Peninsula Hospital wants you to know that providing better access to local primary care is central to their mission. Visit their website at www.cpgh.org as the huddle on the hill will break up and included the entire infield. I always felt sorry for those outfielders. They never get to know what kind of secrets are being held there.
No, they never get to be a part of the parties on the mound.
Right. We're going to do an end run. Count on 3. Break. All right. So here comes J.J. Arbini. He's 0 for 4. And the first pitch to him is a ground ball foul down the third base side. Arbini fly to right in the first. Struck out in the third. Lined to second in the 5th and struck out in the 8th. Bases loaded. Only 1 out. And the Monarchs leading already 6-2, and he'll take strike 2.
I say watch for something off speed, tying him up on the inside. That's what we've kind of seen from Kershaw here.
Here's the pitch. It is off speed, and it's inside and low, and it's 1-2. Monarchs have Salinas at third, Akela at second, and Butler at first. Can do a lot of serious damage here. Here's the pitch, low. And it's 2-2.
Arbini holding up the left hand there to signal to his runner at third base, Salinas, to stay where you're at.
2-2. He's overdue. Here's the pitch. Ooh, that just missed. A little bit low, I guess, and it's a full boat. Bases loaded, only 1 out.
Nowhere to put him.
We sure could do a comebacker here. Ball 3, strike 2. It's a critical pitch. Here it comes. And it's fouled at the plate. And the count remains 3-2. Arbini playing at the DH position today. And he's 0 for 4. He'll get an RBI here if he walks. Ball 3, strike 2. Here's the pitch by Kershaw. And it's a ground ball. The third baseman knocks it down. He goes to second for 1. They're trying to double play. They got him on a 1 bounce. The run will not count. That is a 5-4-3 around the horn. Double play. And it came in dirty. And give Mr. Grimm a lot of credit digging that one out. And the Oilers dodge a bullet here. At the end now of 8.5 innings, the score is the Monarchs 6, the Oilers 2. This is Oilers baseball on ESPN.
Where is Dr. Cross, the eye doctor? Did he move out of state? Did he retire? No, I'm still right here in Soldotna at PCHS in the new eye care clinic.
Give me the totals left on base.
quality eye care that you have come to expect from me. But in an
The Oilers,
updated
it's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the Monarchs, 2, 4, 6, 8, 11.
So if you've been looking for me, or if you need to come in and have an eye exam, now you know the real scoop. Call 907-262-3119 and schedule today.
People come here in search of answers. They come here for healing. They come here to regain their quality of life. Here, we have world-class medical experts who provide
9 left on base for the Oilers, 11 for the Monarchs. I don't see a pitcher.
Central Peninsula Hospital, where we make discoveries.
I'm not sure what we're doing here.
You are restored to
Nope,
health.
nope. Here comes
Central
Higgins.
Peninsula Hospital. What we have here is
I was waiting for his catcher.
CPA.
Yeah.
Compassionate, personalized healing.
Bob Bird along with Nick Sorrell. Nick, give us the box scores and the numbers left on base. It's cosmic for both teams.
Oh, yeah. So the Oilers, 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. The Monarchs, 6 runs on 10 hits, 1 error. Now get this, Bob. The Oilers have left 9 men on base, 6 of those in scoring position. The Monarchs have left 11 men on base.
Well, they've made more mileage, of course, and I think we need to up the Monarchs hit total to 11. I failed to do that. I'll count them right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Yep. There you go. All right, so the Oilers need 4 runs, and they're going to start with the batters 9, 1, and 2. Brendan Wilkinson will lead off. He's got one of the 4 Oiler hits. He grounded to the pitcher in the 3rd and grounded to the second baseman in the 5th, and he singled with an RBI in the 7th. So let's get this guy on base and have a 5-run inning. A go home. He's fouled off to the right. That's brought to you by the Walden Brothers. 394-5510. They specialize in getting a logo on your own T-shirt if you want that. Give them a call, 394-5510. The Monarchs have Hudson Giorgio, Vance, Vincent, and Thielman. The infield 3rd to 1st. Kayla, Dresselhaus, and Butler. The outfield left, center, and right. And a battery now of Higgins and Salinas. And that pitch is low, and it's 1-1.
Well, the Oilers needing some magic here. 3 outs to go.
Here's the 1-1. Inside, and it's 2-1. And it's dripping out there, but not terribly so. And we're very lucky, I think, that we got this game in.
Yeah. Yeah, the forecast called for more rain than we've gotten.
Here's the 2-1 pitch, and that's low, and it's 3-1.
Well, you know, if we're talking magic, I'll take the walk magic, too. Anything we can get to get some guys on base.
Here's the windup, a full windup by Higgins. The pitch is ball 4 on 4 pitches. The Oilers will get the leadoff runner, and he's the number 9 hitter on base with nobody out. And that's going to bring up the leadoff man, McElpatrick. He has walked 3 times. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to second in the 5th, but he walked in the 1st, in the 3rd, and in the 7th. Got caught stealing, and then he stole a base. And one of those, 2 out of those 3 walks. So let's get something going here. Here is the stretch and the pitch by Higgins. It's right down the middle, and it's strike 1.
Yeah, McElpatrick came in batting .243, so I mean a respectable batting average, not anything you're going to write home to mom about necessarily, but you know, hopefully we can get a hit here.
Here's the stretch by Higgins. The big right-hander delivers. It's off speed, and it's high and tight, and it's 1-1.
I don't have the pitch numbers in front of me, but I can't imagine that Higgins has thrown remotely as many strikes as he's thrown balls.
What you count that? A pitch count here by Everybody Rides Again. Let's see this next pitch. Oh, he checked his swing, went around. So, and go ahead.
But yeah, Everybody Rides Again. Looking for a used vehicle, no credit, no bad credit, no problem. Your job plus a small down payment is all you need. located on the big corner, K Beach and Pompey Lane. Everybody rides again, 907-260-3054.
Here's the 1-2 pitch by Higgins. It's a foul ball to the right. I don't think anyone's going to get there in time, and it's just into the right field bleachers, and it's 1-2. And McElpatrick checks for signals. He gets none unless looking away is a signal. All right. I'll talk about signal giving here in just a moment. Here's the stretch by Higgins. And the 1-2 pitch. It's outside. Checked his swing there. And now they're going to call him out, and that is not the way it's done. Felix is calling him out, but you cannot make that call on the inside part of the infield. You can do it where you are at first base, and he called out for the strikeout, and that is not the way it's done.
No, especially when there's a pitcher in between you and the hitter. I'm not sure what Martinez was looking at there.
Well, he's not familiar with all the protocols of umpiring, and Pinkston takes strike one on the inside corner. All right. And now if the plate umpire asks him, it is just possible he saw something the plate umpire did not. But that was not called by the plate umpire, and he was not in a position right behind the pitcher to really make that call. And he called for it, and it's 1-1.
I was honestly shocked to see that it was even in question. It looked to me like it was not even.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's high and away, and it's 2-1.
Not even close to a swing.
Well, these are our home team umpires, and they're doing a great job, very neutral, and have done a very good job. And we're here in the ninth with 1 on and 1 out. Here's the pitch. It's high, and it's 3-1.
But yeah, as I was saying earlier, Higgins, I mean, his ball count has to be astronomical in comparison to his strike count. Let me see if I can tally up his walks here.
Ball 3, strike 1. And that one's right down the middle, and it's a full count.
Yeah, 6 walks.
I think Coach McCann should have come on out to talk to the home plate umpire about that call. Here's the pitch. It's a tap. It's a slow chopper. They're going to have to go to first base. They make the throw. It's there. And it's a 6-3 put out, and it puts Wilkinson to second base with 2 dead.
Well, the Oilers down to their last out.
They're trailing 6-2 here as Ben Griffin comes to the plate. He's 0 for 4. He has flied to left, flied to right, grounded to short, and flied to center. That's from the right-hand side. The first pitch is dirty, and taking third base, standing up, will be Wilkinson. The fans stay here to the bitter end. That's the rule here at the park. They're coming out to switch baseballs now. Plate umpire Al Hall. Been very impressed with his consistent strike zone today.
Yeah, and the other thing I've enjoyed watching with the fans is not just in the seats, but like into the game. They have, I see a lot of people with phones in their hands.
Here's the ball 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Why not? And it's 1-1. He was behind it. Ball 1, strike 1, 2 dead here in the bottom of the ninth. Oilers trailing 6-2. Here's the stretch by Higgins. A line drive off his glove, goes to the second baseman. Unbelievable. I think he beat it out. He did. And that kind of makes up for the earlier gaff. It glanced off the pitcher's chest, went right up the top. Now, Al Hall's coming out to talk, but it is not his call to make. You think he wants to check on the pitcher to see if he's okay. That's correct. So that is a single for Griffin and an RBI, and it's 6-3.
Well, that does put the Oilers within 3 runs of tying the game. And as
now the 5th hit for the Oilers, and 3 runs. A runner on first base, and the batter is Nick Castillo, who's like super overdue. Righty on lefty matchup. The pitch is fouled off to the left, out of play. Castillo was out. Pitcher covering first. struck out twice, walked. That's about it. He's 0 for 3.
Yeah, with a runner on base and down by 3, I think Joe Buck says that's a bloop and a blast away from a tie ball game.
Here's the stretch, and the runner goes. Then they will not make a play. He was going to make a throw, and the catcher bobbled the ball, so that is not a defensive indifference. That is a stolen base. Runner on scoring position, Nick Castillo, with a chance to bring in another run here in the bottom of the ninth. Oilers trailing 6-3. There's 2 dead. Here's the pitch, and it's a line drive down the left field line. This one is just inches foul. Now that one, I was looking carefully at that correct stripe, and it just missed it.
Just barely missed it. Some kids down here in front of our booth bragging about the foul balls they're picking up.
Right off the bat of Lou Gehrig. Ball 1, strike 2. Oilers down to their last strike. But it's a good hitter, and he's overdue. Let's see what he can do. Higgins has really labored from the hill, and I'd have to say he's been an effective pitcher for the Monarchs in relief of Robert Clan, who went 5 innings.
Effective in about as, roundabout a way as you can get to being effective with all those walks.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's a line drive. This one is a fair ball down the right field line. He's going to wheel for second. He's going to make it. And it scores another run on a stand-up double, and it's 6-4.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal piece of hitting by Nick Castillo there. As we said, he was due. Really needed to get in there and get something to drive. Almost got a hit, dropped in down the left field line, switched it up, turned on the ball, pulled it down the right field line, puts it right inside, gets himself a double. As the Oilers, they're right here back in this. 2 runs, tying run aboard at the plate.
A single here will give us the proximate run. As Theo Forche comes to the plate, he's 0 for 4, fly to center in the second, grounded to the first baseman, pitcher covering in the fourth, fly to eighth in the seventh, struck out in the eighth. Here's the swing and a miss.
Still 2 runs to go just to tie up the game, but this really feels like the sort of galvanizing comeback that the Oilers could use after a 4-game losing streak, right?
2 runs are in here in the ninth. And there's 2 outs, so the runner at second. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball way out of play to the left, and now it's 0-2. And the Oilers once again down to their last strike. 0-2 the count. Righty on lefty matchup. Theo Forche, 267 hitter with 4 RBIs. Here's the stretch by Higgins, and the pitch. Foul tip. And goes to the backstop. It's not really a foul tip, Al. He knew that. And the count remains at 0-2. Oilers now having scored 2 in the 7th and 2 in the 9th. They have 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. And the Monarchs 6 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Way outside, and it's 1-2.
The Monarchs bullpen is bone dry. Not a single soul out there. This is Higgins' game to finish.
Ball 1, strike 2 to Theo Forche. Here's the pitch. Low and away, and it's 2-2. Well, the tying run is at the plate here in the 9th with 2 outs. This is what you play baseball for. There's no clock. Here's the pitch. He pops it up. It's going to be playable. Going back is the third baseman. The left fielder charging in. The third baseman. He makes the catch. He falls down. Oh, my goodness, how this game might have taken a twist. But he held on. Give credit to Hudson Giorgio as the Lake Erie Monarchs hold on with a 6-4 win here in the ninth. We'll be back with the post-game show brought to you by Peninsula Community Health Services, supporting your health, offering medical, dental, eye care, and behavior health services. Go online at pchs.ak.org or call them at 262-3119. All right, we'll be back with the post-game show after this word. The final score, the Monarchs 6, the Oilers 4. This is Oilers Baseball on ESPN.
When you've been involved in an accident or suffered at the hands of someone else's negligence, we can help you whether you need an attorney and whether we can add value to your case. This is a small community. We want to make sure that our community members are taken care of. We offer free consults to help you determine what insurances might be available to provide a full...
The umpire's still on the field?
And whether we can add value to your case. Call us at Eric.
We're not going to call anybody up.
To schedule a free consult. 907-283-2876.
Where is Dr. Cross, the eye doctor? Did he move out of state? Did he retire? No, I'm still right here in Soldotna at PCHS and the new eye care clinic at 230 East Marydale Ave. I'm still providing the most personalized and highest quality eye care that you have come to expect from me, but in an updated and advanced location. A 3D image of the back of the eye is included in every full eye exam, and the details will knock your socks off. We take almost every insurance, including VSP. So if you've been looking for me, or if you need to come in and have an eye exam, now you know the real scoop. Call 907-262-3119 and schedule today.
And now, it's time for the post-game show on ESPN 1140 and 96.9. Brought to you by Peninsula Community Health Services and The Best Shop. With game recaps and on-field interviews, let's return to the field on ESPN.
Bob Bird along with Nick Sorrell as the Oilers fall 6-4 to the Lake Erie Monarchs. The Monarchs 6 runs, 11 hits, 1 error, 11 men left on base. The Oilers 4 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and they stranded 10. Nick, it was like we saw two different ball games here. There was nothing cooking for the Oilers until the 7th.
No, I mean they couldn't get anything going. Just a lot of easy outs, not very well hit balls, and not taking, just not really seizing the opportunities when they had it. A couple runners caught stealing in the first couple innings, so a lot of squandered opportunities as well with runners left on base.
The winning pitcher was Robert Klan. He went 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 earned runs. No earned runs, and he looked very impressive. The Oilers' loser was Mulamakic, and he gave up, 5 runs, 4 in the first and 1 in the second. In relief for the Monarchs, Higgins gave up all 4 of their runs, 2 of them in the 7th, 2 of them in the 9th, and the Oilers' Kershaw gave up 1 run in the 6th. So, all right, but I think the morale and the momentum went to the Oilers' direction this game in the last 3 innings.
It did. It started to tilt back their direction. It would have been nice if we could have capitalized on some of the litany of walks that we were getting out of Higgins there toward the end of the game. But, they did seem to bounce back, and as always are playing well at the plate, at least with 2 outs. Not giving up even when there's 2 outs, continuing to fight, continuing to battle, taking walks, getting more runners on base.
All right. You're listening to the Peninsula Community Health Services, supporting your health, offering medical, dental, eye care, and behavioral health services. Go online at pchsak.org or call them at 907-262-3119. We'll be back with our final thoughts after this. This is the post-game show on ESPN.
From Seward to Homer, Hot Rocks Asphalt Paving is available for your job. If you need to get a project paved this summer, call Hot Rocks Asphalt Paving at 907-420-4729. Todd has over 20 years of construction experience and will ensure your job is done to the highest level possible. Whether you need a driveway, a parking pad, a sidewalk, or a parking lot paved, or just need repairs to your current asphalt, Hot Rocks Asphalt Paving can do it. Call 907-420-4729 or find them on Facebook. Hot Rocks Asphalt Paving.
Are you craving a fiesta that's tastier than a piñata full of tacos? Look no further than Senior Pancho's Mexican Restaurant. Step into their lively canteen and dive into a flavor fiesta that'll make your taste buds dance the salsa. Picture this, you're sitting back sipping a margarita at 11 a.m. It's never too early for a margarita, but hey, they're not just about the drinks. Senior Pancho's is the ultimate sports headquarters. Catch all the action while deep down their famous home run margarita. Proud supporter of Oilers baseball, located on the Sterling Highway in Soldotna. Senior Pancho's Mexican Restaurant, where every bite is a home run and every meal is a party. Olé!
Bob Bird and Nick Sorrell back here. You know, Nick, I think the key to boosting the morale was that ninth inning, and we had two big RBIs and got hits when we needed them, and we were down to our last strike twice when Ben Griffin delivered a single and an RBI, and Nick Castillo came up with a double and an RBI.
You know, and those are two guys, honestly, that really needed to come through in those moments. They came into this homestand with high batting averages, hitting the ball well. In the first game against the Bucks, hit the ball well, and then kind of started to slump the last few. I know I've seen Griffin especially coming to the plate several times with opportunities to do some damage or bring the Oilers back within striking distance or take the lead, and just not coming through.
All right, but that's going to hopefully give us a way to take a look at getting back on the winning track here. Once again, the final score is the Lake Erie Monarchs 6, the Peninsula Oilers 4. For Caleb, back at the studio, has done a great job for us. This is Bob Bird saying, thank you for letting my voice be your eyes. Good night, everybody.
Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 if there is in fact a game.
Thank you very much, Caleb. Bye-bye.
Later on.
96.9 FM and on the web at RadioKenai.com. The 2023 Peninsula Oilers pregame show is brought to you.
You worked hard for that one, son.
It fell off, and then I whacked it down, and then like I dove for it because it landed right in front of me when I whacked it. And then the other two I just got, I found one of them myself, and then another kid there was one kid that tried to get it when I found it myself, and then the other time, Easton's dad helped me find it.
Oh, nice.
The first time I could have gotten a fourth ball, but it was like the first ball I would have gotten in the game. But a kid named Levi was trying to help me.